Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to... Oh, hello Michael, hello, how are you? Of course, hydrate. Today I have a zero sugar 7-Up. Of course it has to be zero sugar. I need to watch my health. I'm not as young as I used to be. So yeah. Finally back to Tower of Fantasy after so long. Last off, I barely even remember. Exactly, Michael. So you're also an old man.
Welcome to Heart and Heart. Master Lechesis is away from the clinic at the moment. Please briefly describe your symptoms, and I'll put you through triage.
Wait, when did the clinic get a droid, Tom?
It's a plant cultivation droid tom that Lechesis got from a botanical garden.
Oh, that's where this droid came from.
Lechesis has, reset its system settings. It's a medic droid tom now.
I see. Thanks, Mia. Hey, Droid Tom, I'm one of Lechesis' friends. I'm not here as a patient. Your assistance won't be necessary today.
Looks like quite a lot has happened while I was away.
Nothing serious. Let's start with what you found out.
Hykros has analyzed the Ore Zero samples I brought back, and confirmed that the Zeronium they contain is actually Omnium.
Everything is always just Omnium. But Ore Zero comes from the asteroid belt in this universe. Mara and Iada are nowhere near here. Where'd the Omnium come from?
I didn't bring back enough samples, so we can't draw any reliable conclusions yet. Revi asked me to collect more soil and rock samples from different locations next time I return for further study.
Guess we'll just have to wait until next time. Any other news?
Plotty said that after we lost contact, Hykros headquarters immediately asked Kylo where we were. But Kylo just brushed them off, saying that the space-time turbulence made finding us very difficult. It wasn't until after the Homecomer assembly had ended, just before I came back through the space rift, that Rafa said he'd found us and was ready to formally start negotiations.
Negotiations? About the talks about building a tower and Kylo?
It's not just that. There's also the matter of what kind of relationship Anchor Infinity and Hykros headquarters plan to establish, and how the Kylians and the various Hykros domains will communicate and interact going forward.
So complicated. Plotty said there'd never be so much going on before we came.
Judging from Plotty's tone, Hykros headquarters never expected an ideal outcome from these negotiations in the first place. The way Kylo brushed off our disappearance already shows where they stand.
They've got a bad attitude. Anchor Infinity didn't even tell the Kylians they'd already made contact with Ida. So much for friendly negotiations.
So, according to Plotty, the plan for the negotiations is to prioritize our own safety, stall for time, and most importantly, secure the Space Rift technology as quickly as possible. Only with Kylo's Space Rift technology in hand will Hykros headquarters be able to make Anchor Infinity genuinely willing to sit down at the table. That's when the real negotiations will begin. Plotty also said that if everything goes smoothly, Kylo could end up becoming District 4, just as Hykros originally planned.
Oh. That was the original plan? Wait, is that Sputnik? It looks like an image of Sputnik in the background. Easy for them to talk, but how do we actually get it?
Before we arrived, Hykros headquarters had already looked into Kylo's research capabilities. The Institute researching Space Rift technology is still part of Hykros, but the Kylo branch has long been under Anchor Infinity's control.
I guess my character is still technically standing over here.
Hykros's Kylo branch inherited the scientific achievements from before the Cataclysm, and Anchor Infinity later absorbed them, renaming the facility the Hykros Tech Institute. That's our target.
Do you have to do some breaking and entering? So we'll need to find a way to pay him a visit. Oh, by the way, do we have coordinates for the passage we used to get here on the Kylo side?
Oh, Plotty already sent me those.
With those coordinates, things will be a lot easier.
Do you have something in mind?
We'll need help from Linsis and Hipper.
Hold on, one last thing. It's about Nem.
Oh, what happened?
All of Gesthos' system repairs are complete and fully tested, and Nem has fully integrated with the Algorithm Arc servers.
Okay.
She told Plotty she wanted to help us, but considering the sensitive relationship between Hykros headquarters and Anchor Infinity, Plotty didn't approve.
Understandable. Nothing we can do. Let's listen to Plotty first.
So Nam quietly told me that if we ever need her help, I can contact her directly on the Angels of Clemency's internal comms.
Really?
She'll find a way to avoid detection by the other authorizers and locate us using my comm signal. Just like when Bagus slipped into Gestos.
Bagus! That fucking asshole, I just remembered. He played us. Classic Nem. Hopefully we won't have to involve her. Let's talk to Linsis and Hipper first. Go to... How far is that? Thank goodness for the Space Rift. How do I get there? Is there a passage through here? I don't really come over here anymore because I don't want to accidentally, start any story stuff. I do my dailies in like the other regions. Oh. Whee! Very sleek. Hello?
Perfect timing. I just cut off comms with Nanto. His ship is about to arrive at the Ore-Zero zone to pick you up.
False kindness and hidden malice. He even says he wants to take Carrot along. Over my dead body. If it comes to that, I'll just send back the 8 million credits.
Really? I've got everything planned. This time it'll just be Shirley and me. Mia will stay here with Carrot.
But Carrot is now the only Kylian who's ever been to Ida. From what I can tell, Anchor Infinity is dead set on controlling anyone with ties to Ida.
Ever since you admitted that you're from Ida at the Homecomer Assembly, the nickname Ida Visitor has been quietly circulating throughout Kylo. People won't say it to your face, but behind your back, the rumors are flying.
What are they saying about me?
Tourists, envoys, adventurers, pirates, swindlers, aliens. In the past, Anchor Infinity would never have let talk like this run rampant. Yet this time, they're eerily silent.
With 3 living, breathing witnesses right in front of him, Rafa wouldn't dare outright deny it. But if he admits the Ida Visitor is real, all of Anchor Infinity's years of effort will go down the drain.
My classmates back at Nova, and even some of Aster's father's connections, all say that Anchor Infinity has been constructing a massive habitat, and that they've recently made progress.
Batat.
I'm afraid that once you and Shirley reach the Brighton Zone, Rafa will announce a migration plan for the Kylians on a scale never seen before, just to stop the situation from spinning out of control because of you.
Damn.
What do you mean?
They're worried the Idans coming here will undo everything they've built. To stop the Kylians from leaving, they have to offer something even more enticing. How do you offer something more enticing than returning home?
They kept quiet all this time, and now, of all moments, they decide to bring it up? Isn't it blatantly just a smokescreen?
Not necessarily. Before we were even born, several great families pooled nearly all their resources into a massive interstellar exploration program to build space stations.
You mean when the Ore-Zero zone was discovered?
They discovered more than just the Ore-Zero zone back then. It only grew to its current size because the surrounding space-time turbulence is stable, and because there aren't many astral hives around.
What's an astral hive again?
From what I've heard, the Kylians found several similar areas back then, but with resources in short supply, they had to start by developing the Ore-Zero zone, because it had the best conditions.
So that means the Ore-Zero zone isn't the only asteroid that can be settled by humans. That big habitat might be real after all. It's just been developed very slowly.
That's what I was thinking as well. I'm afraid your arrival forced them to reveal the existence of this settlement ahead of schedule.
If that's the case, Anchor Infinity will definitely want to cut ties with Ida. And if any Kylians try to go back there, Anchor probably won't allow it. Is that what you mean?
It's too soon to think that far ahead. We still haven't dealt with the problems right in front of us. General Veronica was just sent out a few days ago on a major exploration mission.
Oh, right, Veronica.
You mean the largest expedition in the Hope Fleet's history? The one Veronica has been trying to launch ever since she took command?
That's the one. She's been proposing it for 7 or 8 years now, but Anchor Infinity keeps stalling or flat out refusing under all kinds of pretexts and saddles her with anti-piracy missions and the like. For Anchor Infinity to suddenly consent to the mission can only mean they're afraid the General will throw her support behind you, so they've deliberately sent her away. That means your trip to the Brighton Zone will be riddled with danger.
Don't worry, I've already figured something out. That's why I hurried over to see you before we leave. Shirley, give the coordinates to Linsis.
Coordinates? What coordinates?
The Authorizer and I arrived here by spaceship through a passage. What I'm sending you now are the coordinates for the entry and exit points on Kylo.
Shirley and I are going to the Brighton Zone. We have no idea what we're walking into. If we don't respond within 7 days, broadcast the coordinates.
Then why don't we just do it now?
Not the right time to face Anchor Infinity yet. I don't even fully understand what they're after.
Oh, I see. This is just to deter them. You won't actually let me share them unless there's absolutely no other choice, right? But aren't you afraid they'll just capture me?
That's exactly why I need your help. You know loads of routes, and with Colleen on your side, I'm sure you can both find a safe haven somewhere out in the vastness of space.
Your plan has just one flaw. Keeping Linsis and Helene in the same room for 7 days. I doubt Linsis can keep her cool till the end.
Oh, don't worry. I'll bring Carrot and Mia along. Let the 3 of them hang out while I sit back and enjoy the show.
Honored High Cross diplomatic representative. The spaceship is ready. Please share your location, and I'll send a droid Tom to greet you.
I'm at the Ora Zero Nexus now. You're at the Starport Zone docks, right? I'll come find you.
Very well. We'll be waiting. Oh, and don't forget to bring Carrot. Mr. Rafa has invited the press to capture your story.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Alright, I gotta be ready to start shooting my way out. Actually, wait a minute. I need a different weapon set. This isn't my best one. Okay, this one's pretty good. Weird. There's one thing I like about this game, it's the sense of scale, but conversely, it's also kind of annoying because every area is kind of big, which makes navigating a little bit annoying. Okay, we're here.
Greetings, diplomatic representative. The spaceship is ready. Where's Carrot?
She's sick. She can't make it.
The Brighton Zone has the finest healthcare in Kylo, and the medical institutions under Helix Bio will give her the most intensive physical exam.
That's not necessary. She's just a bit under the weather. She should be fine in a few days. A shame the Brighton Zone prepared this welcome for us, and now she can't make it. Spaceship's ready. Let's not waste any time.
You're right. Besides the press event, we've also arranged a series of tours for our guests from afar. We should make the most of our schedule.
I thought you'd keep asking about Carrot, but he agreed so easily.
This way, please. Both of you.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, okay.
Esteemed guests, good afternoon. Welcome to the Brighton Zone of Kylo. Current atmospheric pressure 1002 HPA. Temperature 24 degrees Celsius. Humidity 35%.
Hi, thank you for telling me that.
My apologies for the awkwardness. This is the avatar for Anchor Infinity's AI assistant, Lana. It's soon to be launched commercially. The one before you is just a prototype. Lana, set affinity level to 5 and emotional level to 4.
Understood, Mr. Nanto. New settings applied. Honored guests, good afternoon. Welcome to the Brighton Zone in Kylo. I am Lana, and I will do my utmost to meet any of your needs.
Okay.
Apologies. I've just been notified that Mr. Rafa is tied up with urgent business and cannot personally greet you. I hope you'll forgive the inconvenience. Instead, allow me to introduce Mr. Joe Hamilton, CEO of Helix Bio Inc., and Professor Johns Daly, Director of the Hycros Tech Institute.
Urgent business? What are the odds of that? Rafa probably just wants to remind me I'm on his turf. I get it, that's fine. Greetings to you both. I'm a Hycros authorizer and diplomatic representative.
Hello, and welcome to Kylo. Mr. Rafa has asked us to do everything we can to accommodate your requests and give you a proper tour of the Brighton Zone.
Hello, I'm Johns, Director of the Hycros Tech Institute under Anchor Infinity. Just call me Johns. I suppose that makes us colleagues.
Today's schedule is pretty simple. First, we'll take a look at Helix Bio's latest research and the Kylo Expo Hall. After that, we'll attend a press conference.
Press conference?
Kylo has waited 50 years for your arrival. Everyone is eager to see you and speak with you face to face. Representative, surely you won't refuse to give them this opportunity. Or would you rather meet Mr. Rafa first? He's really unavailable today.
I'm definitely willing to attend the press conference. I was just hoping to learn how the Kylians view Ida. It's a great opportunity.
Thank you for granting the Kylians this precious opportunity for dialogue. Please, follow me.
Which way? There's an elevator. I suppose I can just jump. But surely there has to be like a proper way to get there. Right? Oh, this has got to be the... Wait, come back!
Veronica spent years locked in negotiations with Anchor Infinity over Project Astralis, and she's finally won their approval. That was no easy task.
I heard Anchor Infinity couldn't afford the resources Project Astralis required back then. It took nearly 20 years of saving to barely agree.
But if we don't do this, how will we ever find a new home?
But if we do this, will we return to the old days when supplies couldn't meet demand?
Have you heard? Someone from Ida has actually come looking for us.
Impossible! If that were true, the pirates wouldn't be this quiet. They'd have clashed with the Anchor Infinity ages ago.
If Ida has been found, that might be good. Cheap oranges, right?
How Ida still has oranges? The place was bombed to smithereens back then. Who knows how much usable land is left?
The press conference hasn't begun yet. Don't casually discuss Ida. Anchor Infinity will make the appropriate decision.
Thanks for sharing the latest patch. Service Language Pack upgrading.
You're welcome, and thank you for the prompt system security alert.
Lana sent a new patch to that droid, Tom, and it's expressing thanks. Robots share information when they're within 10 meters of each other. Looks like that droid Tom discovered a system vulnerability while it was working, and Lana immediately sent over the appropriate patch.
Interesting.
My apologies, everyone. A minor issue has come up at the press conference that I need to address. For the rest of the tour, would you two please accompany Joe and Johns?
Oh, alright. Enjoy your lurk, Michael.
Allow me to present Anchor Infinity's outstanding scientific achievements, especially in the field of life sciences. The unique space environment here has opened up entirely new avenues for Helix Bio's research. We've achieved extraordinary breakthroughs here, further unraveling the secrets of life. I doubt such achievements could ever be realized on Ida.
Bit like combining plants and humans to manufacture special medicines?
You shallow, ignorant, scientific illiterate. You can't possibly comprehend how priceless and unique Kylo is to life science research.
You ass?
I know what you're getting at. They're nothing but useless scraps, skulking around and exploiting Helix Bio's resources for their own gain. Trash like that should have been recycled long ago.
You still keep Eloise around despite what she did?
Life has many forms of value. Even waste can fulfill its purpose at Helix Bio. But obviously, you Idans can't possibly understand that. I heard you've been in Kylo for some time, yet you still don't see the true value of this universe.
This guy is full of himself. Mean those insectoid creatures that can coexist with the turbulence?
Those who have pushed life beyond its limits indeed have sharper insight. The Astral Hive is our most precious treasure. The Kylians rebuild new life from ruins and wastelands, and rely on a renewed understanding of life. Soon you'll witness Kylo's miracles of life. Evolution is right here.
Our time is limited. Please promptly proceed to the next stop.
Johns will handle the rest. I'm quite busy, so I won't accompany you two any further.
Hopefully he's better than you.
This is the Kylo Expo Hall. Feel free to explore the exhibits. I heard that after the explosion, it was Hykros who restored order in Ida, right?
Yes, after the cataclysm, all of Vesperia was left in ruins, but Hykros found a way to manage the aftermath. What used to be Vesperia is now Hykros' District 9. That's where I'm from.
So, there are other districts as well?
I've also been to District 7, which was originally Vera.
Vera? Huh. My grandfather was supposedly from there.
After our negotiations with Anchor Infinity end, you might be able to go see it. However...
Are you worried about the negotiations? I'm afraid that's out of my league. Hykros is just a small research institute under Anchor Infinity here in Kylo.
I get that. It's not the negotiations that concerns me, it's Ida's transportation crisis. Inter-district travel is possible, but options are limited and expensive, making communication between districts difficult. Before I came to Kylo, I heard about your advanced space rift technology, capable of transporting massive spaceships and huge amounts of cargo. Ida's current technology still can't achieve that.
Is your space rift technology really that behind?
They say that 50 years ago, Hykros was the driving force behind space rift research on Kylo, but the cataclysm brought that work to an abrupt halt. The chaos that followed, Hykros' space rift technology has remained frozen ever since.
I understand, but I'm afraid there's nothing I can do to help. If you want us to help you build a space rift, it has to be approved by Anchor Infinity.
That's why we hope to foster cooperation between Hykros headquarters and Anchor Infinity, for the benefit of everyone. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. When time comes, I hope you won't refuse.
Naturally. My work here is done for the day. I wish you both an enjoyable stay in the Brighton Zone.
Oh. Can read the things. Nova Genesis, designed and manufactured by Voyage Innovations, our most advanced exploration vessel. Comprehensive upgrades, power, airworthiness, safety, roominess. Now entered mass production. Eh. I just wanted to get a better look at it. Visitor guidelines? Comply with security checks, prohibited items, loud talking. Speeches, performances, promotions. Do not loiter. Oh, Space Rift. Universe is vast, distances measured in light years. Space traversal tech is crucial. Leading this field, Kylo is remarkably accomplished. 2663. Research Center. First generation of Space Rift. Secretary General Kira. Oh, yeah. What's this? Oh, hello. Exploration report. Space-time passage? The Wood Belt Space-time channel. Lost contact upon entry. Crash after an encounter with a large gravitational body. Unmanned probe. Proximity high energy celestial body. Commemorative medal. Norns Federation commemorative medal. Federal Science and Technology Award. Norn Federation's highest scientific and technological award. Lana, originally a copy of Noah version 15.2.3, evolved through decades of dedicated Anchor Infinity-driven upgrades. Kylo's Beating Heart. Deep space exploration, research everyday life, integral to our existence. Star map. Okay. Meteorite sample. Oh. Patrol droid remain. Oh yeah, that looks familiar. Arc Space Station. Approved in 2657. 5 segments launched by KLIX Heavy Lift Rocket. In orbit assembly completed 2661. Post cataclysm due to turbulence. Structure temporarily operate only at 55%. I just went through the entire damn thing. Okay, the star map, already read this one. When are these subtitles gonna go away? Oh god, it's still here. Oh. Project Astralis was proposed way back then.
The press conference will begin shortly. If you're interested in the expo hall, you're welcome to come visit when you next have time. Please, follow me to the conference venue, you two.
No worries, lead the way. Oh. Alright, okay, how? Where is the elevator? What's the proper way to get down there? Platform 14? Why is there a space rift at the Brighton prison already unlocked? Hello? Elevator. Alright, I'm gonna jump. Is that a helicopter? Not expecting that.
Please wait here for a moment. The reporters are already seated, but the on-site staff said a problem came up during the equipment test, so they're replacing it now.
10 minutes later.
Everything's ready. Please, follow me. Don't worry. If there are any tricky questions you'd rather not answer, I'll step in to help. Apologies for the delay, everyone, and thank you for your patience. This is the long-awaited Ida visitor. Anchor Infinity is fully aware of the recent rumors circulating about the Ida visitor. To put everyone's doubts to rest, we have arranged this press conference.
Greetings, I'm Authorizer Paradox from Lycros District 9, formerly Asperia of the Norns Federation. I'm the diplomatic representative from Lycros for this visit. 3 months ago, shortly after we arrived, our spaceship encountered some issues, crash-landed in the Or-Zero zone. It wasn't until the recent Homecomer Assembly that we finally established contact with Anchor Infinity. First, I'd like to publicly express my gratitude to Anchor Infinity for tirelessly searching for us.
Oh, don't be so polite. We've kept everyone waiting long enough, and I doubt they're here for empty formalities. Let's get to the point.
I've got a question. Over here. Hello?
In unison. So many people.
The person up front seems eager. Let's hear their question first.
Alright, let's hear it.
Hello, I'm Nox with Frontline Echo. May I ask what evidence you have that you came from Ida?
Huh?
What I mean is, how can you prove you're really from Ida and not just some con artist using the name Ida Visitor to scam donations from gullible homecomers?
Fair enough. I didn't say I'm here for donations.
Then what are you here for?
I represent Lycros in our negotiations with Anchor Infinity. We're hoping we can... If I want to tell them my bill to rebuild the Tower Fancy, what will they think?
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Do you have to sound so hostile? I'm thinking about how to say this. Some things haven't been formally discussed, so it's too early to reveal them publicly.
Huh, dodging the question. If you ask me, you're nothing but a slicker version of the same old con men.
You.
All right. Reporter Nox doesn't mean any harm. It's just that in the past, Kylo has seen lots of crooks pretending they'd found Ida to swindle the public. Surely you've heard the story of the boy who cried wolf, right? Now that a real visitor from Ida has come, the people of Kylo are naturally quite suspicious.
This...
Don't worry too much. Really, you could just show us something from Ida. Just one thing would prove you're telling the truth.
Such as...
I've heard Ida's natural environment is beautiful, with all kinds of fruits, vegetables, and fine food. Surely you can't stomach our Kylo rations. You must have brought some gifts, right?
No, I did. No one mentioned gifts.
And you still claim you're not a swindler?
A swindler? Really? No way. Did Anchor Infinity get duped too?
Enough. Since nobody's willing to believe, I'll offer a solution. Idans, like us, can use space rifts. How about we send their representative through the space rift to Ida right now, and bring back something unique to Ida? If they return with proof, that will surely settle everyone's doubts.
Not a bad idea. But the question is, diplomatic representative, Do you dare?
Nanto may look genuinely eager to help, but I can't shake the feeling he's got ulterior motives. What if he uses this opportunity to send me back, then shuts the space drift behind me? Still, Hykros won't stop sending new representatives.
I'm Shirley, assistant to... There's no need for them to go in person. I can handle it. The Space Rift needs a beacon from Asperia. Mr. Nanto, do you mind helping me?
Surely, we don't have to agree to this. There are other options.
They're clearly setting a trap to weaken our influence here. If we don't play along now, we'll be branded liars immediately.
But...
You're the diplomatic representative of Hykros headquarters. Your every word and action reflects on Hykros. It sounds grand, but it means we must watch our words and actions to avoid giving them any ammunition. Whether it's the upcoming negotiations, Plotty's mission, or finding Bagus, we have to follow his instructions to the letter. Besides, you gave us a contingency before we left, didn't you? And don't forget, I'm an angel of clemency.
Yeah...
What are you whispering about? Afraid of being exposed and thinking of running away?
Of course not. We're just discussing what to bring back. Hykros District 7, which was originally Vera, has lots of local delicacies. I'll make sure to bring back enough for everyone to sample.
Nanto plants a beacon, Shirley enters, doesn't return for a while.
Looks like the accomplice abandoned the fraudster and ran. Perhaps they're already on a spaceship, concealed by space-time turbulence and vanished without a trace.
Can we punch this asshole?
This can't be. Mr. Rafa contacted these representative superiors, although it was only done remotely.
You tampered with the Space Rift.
The Space Rift is incredibly intricate. I'm just the security force chief, not a tech researcher. How could I possibly have tampered with it? I want you to be genuine more than anyone.
Mr. Nanto, we all know the Anchor Infinity has tried everything to improve life for the Kylians. When people get anxious, it's only natural for others to take advantage.
You really are a fraudster. You dared to trick us? And to think I trusted you. I even gave you advice.
Was this whole thing a damn setup?
Guards! Throw this fraudster into Brighton Prison. Then track down any accomplices and have the Hope Fleet issue a wanted notice.
Affirmative.
You really need to think this through. You know what will happen if you lock me up? You detain me now, I promise you'll be forced to release me soon.
Enough talk. Do as I command.
The depth of the malice hidden behind this conspiracy. Oh. Okay.
Stop dawdling. Move it. Prisoner number 269-25925. Facility, Brighton Prison. District S261. Charges, fraud, endangering public safety, etc.
Oh, great.
Sentence, undetermined.
How long do you plan on keeping me here? Are you holding me to force Hykros to accept your demand and settle on Ida? Or to prove Kylian's Ida visitor isn't real?
Which part of what I just told the press didn't sink in? Brighton Prison will be your home for the rest of your life.
What do you expect to gain from this? If I'm missing for too long, Hykros won't just sit and do nothing. You know that.
You already know Hykros pressured Anchor Infinity for your safety. So, it seems you admit to secretly planting a Hykros headquarters beacon inside the Ore Zero Zone space rift. Understand this. No one can contact Hykros headquarters from Kylo, unless they have the special equipment in Mr. Rafa's office. Unless, of course, you've already slipped back through the space rift.
So you're planning to force me to confess to illegal acts? Prove Hykros is an unreliable partner, then the Kylians will lose faith in Hykros' Ida. So afraid of Kylians returning to Ida, so afraid of Anchor losing everything it has, you threaten my safety? Maybe you should reflect on your own actions.
You should do the reflecting. You secretly colluded with hostile forces in Kylo. the Wednesday crew, sabotaged Anchor Infinity's source activation injection research, and hid the fugitive Helene. Oh, and if you hadn't been caught today, were you planning to secretly reach out to Director Johns to see if he would serve Hykros back on Ida?
Nothing you're saying makes any sense. I suggest you be patient and listen to every word I say. If I don't respond for more than 7 days, the entrance coordinates of the passage from Kylo to Ida will be released. Every Kylian will know how to return.
Entrance coordinates?
Passage I took to get here from Ida.
How can anyone be this stupid? Let me guess. Are you planning to announce it on Linsys' live stream? The coordinates you're planning to leak, they aren't the ones Anchor Infinity sent to Hykros, are they?
I'll tell you anything.
Let's assume these are the two most critical points in your plan. First, Linsys live streams runs on Echo Corporation's servers, which is another subsidiary of Anchor Infinity. Of course, if I were you, I'd have tucked her away somewhere safe long ago. Just like Helene. That place would be almost impossible to find. Nobody's locating that within the next 7 days.
I thought Anchor Infinity was all powerful here. Turns out, if even you can't find her, this plan is actually real. Are you just walking into a trap? Another option, release me now, apologize profusely, admit my credibility.
It's not that we can't find them, it would just require too many people. Tracking down someone that insignificant isn't worth the effort. Let's get back to the coordinates. The plan for building the passage is straightforward. Hykros and Kylo each open a channel within their own jurisdictions and ensure that they link up at a confirmed space-time connection point. To be absolutely safe, Hykros and Kylo share the coordinates for each end of the passage. However, unlike in Ida, the universe Kylo sits in is affected by space-time turbulence. So those coordinates aren't stable.
Why would the coordinates be unstable?
Imagine this universe is a tank that isn't completely full of water. Inside the tank are lots of empty bottles, some big, some small. Some leak, some don't. If the tank is shaken by some unknown force, the bottles drift with the chaotic currents. Their positions won't stay fixed. Still, after years of exploration, Anchor Infinity has learned some of the space-time turbulence patterns, like how people at the Homecomer Assembly can navigate the space-time turbulence near the Autumn Day.
So the coordinates you gave us were only valid when creating the passage. As space-time turbulence shifted, those coordinates no longer mark the entrance.
Exactly. Right now, it's probably just a vortex of raging turbulence. So why bother dragging people off? Even if you had that plan, it wouldn't matter. Once the coordinates are released, Anchor Infinity's fiercest opponents will rush in without hesitation. If your plan succeeds, Anchor Infinity's enemies will be wiped out. And the fence-sitters waiting for their return will finally realize which way the wind is blowing.
Linsys is in danger.
Why is she? That's only hypothetical. Is that actually your plan? If it is, you'd be sending a lot of people to their deaths. Sorry. I have another meeting to get to. After all, thanks to that press conference, Anchor Infinity, despite its best efforts to win the public's trust, has ended up a victim of fraud. This is a serious public opinion crisis. I'd better go help Mr. Rafa figure out a plan.
Should have whooped his ass back at the press conference. You're shameless.
Oh, right. Didn't you make a wish at Odin's Tavern to come to the Brighton Zone? So, how do you like the Brighton prison hideout I lined up for you? Ganir never misses.
You, Odin's Tavern, Baggis, how are you linked? Nanto knows what I said at the tavern must be a mysterious force behind this place. Most likely Anchor Infinity. Asked about Bagus back at the tavern. Does Nanto know him? Who is Bagus really? Where is he hiding? Perhaps I got locked up here because I was getting too close to Bagus. Had me thrown in prison. I have to stop Linces from releasing the coordinates. I still need to find Shirley. How can I get word out?
Hey, Nancy, what are you doing up in the middle of the night? Careful. If the droid Tom catches you, he'll send you straight to Dreamland.
Lincoln, listen. I figured something out. Your new roommate's in here for pretending to be from Ada. Even Anchor Infinity was fooled.
Whatever. Wait, even Anchor Infinity fell for it? That kid's got some guts.
First of all, I'm not faking it. Second, I'm not even asleep. You don't have to whisper.
You've even fooled yourself, huh? If there really were people from Ida, Anchor Infinity would have been toppled ages ago. You'd hardly be sitting in here that good.
Maybe it's not a lie and they're just crazy.
Whatever happened before, once you're in here, you're one of us.
I haven't committed any crime.
You aren't really from Ada, are you?
Forget it. Believe what you want.
Don't act all high and mighty. Everyone in Kylo knows the truth. Except those useless drunks in the Brighton Zone. Brighton Prison doesn't hold the worst of us, but the bravest and most righteous. Only those who dare to speak the truth, who dare to resist, who dare to sacrifice themselves for justice deserve to be here. These iron bars don't lock up criminals. They lock up Kylo's last conscience.
Keep it down. The droid Tom's coming. New fish. I'm Gandhi. But everyone calls me Captain.
Quit calling me New Fish. I got a name.
What's with the attitude? What are you, a chunk of raw ore or something?
I don't understand you.
A raw ore is someone who's doing time for the first time, while a new fish is a fresh arrival. Why did you lie to Anchor Infinity and say you were sent from Ida?
One last time, I'm not lying. As Nanto or Nancy just said, everyone locked up here is the conscience of Kylo. I'm the same. I'm the conscience of Ida.
Interesting. So, tell me, how exactly did you find your way to Kylo?
Have you guys had too much coffee? Can't sleep in the middle of the night? Want to hear a bedtime story?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't want to talk about it. You wouldn't believe me anyway. You just laugh and say I should be writing novels.
Looks like Anchor Infinity hit you pretty hard. I believe you're for real, Aiden. Just before you arrived, Anchor Infinity hauled in a batch of pirates they caught at the Homecomer Assembly. We've already heard the gist of what happened. I might be the only one who believes you, though. And I'm only choosing to trust you because of Granny Lola's granddaughter and her student.
You're familiar with Linces and the others?
I used to follow Granny Lola. To uphold her ideals, I even put together my own pirate crew. But later on, I needed to make ends meet, so I went to the Brighton Zone for business.
How'd a businesswoman end up behind bars? Tax evasion?
The charge in my file says I ran illegal experiments under the guise of the Floral Expo. In truth, I was plotting an uprising against Anchor Infinity. The original sentence was 20 years, but after 2 failed escape attempts, I've now got 99 years and 10 months left.
That's effectively a life sentence. Isn't that Helix Bio's lab? Are you related to that?
Of course not. But Anchor Infinity couldn't possibly throw Mr. Hamilton behind bars. He's the man who's responsible for Helix Bio's greatest achievements. They needed someone to take the fall. and my background and timing made me the perfect scapegoat.
Got it now? No one locked up here has actually done anything wrong. They just made Anchor Infinity mad is all.
How come you two are in here?
I'm an Or-Zero foreman. I organized a strike after Anchor Infinity's harsh treatment. Got 20 years for it. 14 left.
Man, Anchor Infinity has like a chokehold on this place.
I got 8 years for doing maintenance and system repairs on ships without flight permits. Only 2 left now. So, how long did you get?
Not sure, didn't stand trial. Nanto said I'd stay here for the rest of my life. Who knows? Maybe Gandhi and I can grow old here.
Don't even think about it.
You're actually pretty funny.
When your life is so bad, what else can you do but laugh?
Easy. You figure out a way to break free from despair.
You mean escape like Helene did?
This is Brighton Prison, so there are cameras everywhere. Except for the main gate, the whole perimeter is engulfed in raging space-time turbulence. Helene, that crazy girl, actually burst through a wall and leapt straight into it.
I have to get out and fast. Anchor Infinity has set a deadly trap. Without my signal, everyone, Linsis and the Kylings who want to return to Ida will perish.
What do you mean?
I briefly recount my experiences. And as well as the dangers everyone
If
might be
Linsis
facing.
really takes the homecomers to those coordinates, won't they all perish without a trace?
We've been trapped in this corner of the universe for 50 years. It's not like we ever had anywhere to bury the dead. To recycle resources, everyone's bodies are reclaimed and repurposed.
Oh shit, they recycle people?
Is this really the time to be talking about that? Captain, shouldn't we be helping somehow?
I'm beat. Let's get some sleep. We've got work to do tomorrow.
Ah. All right. Good night.
Good night, Captain.
Good night. A prison break. I've been holding back because I'm a diplomatic representative, but it's clear Anchor Infinity won't play by the rules any longer. A sleepless night. Day 2.
25925. 25925.
You calling me?
Breakfast time. Breakfast time.
Hey Gandhi, what's up? Captain, may I ask you something?
What is it?
Anchor Infinity? You done business in the Brighton Zone. What do you know about Odin's Taverns? Anchor Infinity involved?
Are you really worrying about that right now?
Yep. Stuck here anyway, why not chat?
Then you've asked the right person. I actually know the answer to that. The owner of Odin's Tavern is Apex, the space station's largest shareholder.
Really?
The CEO of Apex died an unnatural death just before the space station was launched, and control of the group was transferred to Asurata, the eldest son of the Todd family. He was also the one who stepped up to take charge during the station's explosion crisis.
How do you know all this?
What do you think? How does a mud-stomping ex-space pirate like me end up as a Brighton Zone merchant?
How can I know?
Because I was born in the Brighton Zone. My mother was an Apex engineer in charge of the space station's reconstruction, and she had close ties to the Todd family. Later, when Aglaya Todd, the eldest daughter of the Todd family, set out to construct Odin's Tavern, my mother was the one who devised a streamlined, efficient, low-resource plan. She launched the place with nothing more than a multifunctional compact bar counter.
Odin's Tavern was originally established by Aglaya, Todd family's eldest daughter, but Kylo's now controlled by Anchor Infinity.
That's a whole other story. And it's Nanto's story, too.
Who's the owner now?
I don't know exactly who, but within the Homecomers' innermost circle, everyone knows Apex never really disappeared, because Odin's Tavern has been running the whole time.
Surely Anchor Infinity isn't running the place.
Unless Aglaia is Anchor Infinity's CEO, that's impossible.
Don't understand.
You're an Aiden, so you don't understand Miss Aglaia at all. After the explosion, Acerata could only rebuild the space station so quickly with Miss Aglaia's help. She's a tech prodigy who led the space station's AI reconstruction. Back then, the explosion had all but obliterated the station's AI servers. Barely 1 in 10 remained. Without her help restoring the AI, not a single person aboard would have survived. She stored all of Odin's resources on a standalone server that's said to be hidden deep within the space-time turbulence. After Miss Aglaia was cryogenically frozen due to Starstone Syndrome.
Starstone Syndrome? Isn't there already a cure?
The news said it was cryogenic freezing. Anchor Infinity even turned the case into an ad for their new stasis pods and plastered it everywhere. But almost no one believed them. Some even say that Anchor Infinity took advantage of the moment when the cryogenic anesthetic was administered to outright kill Lana's mother, the heiress of the Todd family. That's how Anchor Infinity seized Lana and secured the position it holds today. Anyway, that's all old news from the last generation. You wanted to know about Odin's Tavern, right? Word is, before Aglaia was frozen, she appointed a trusted confidant to run it in her stead.
So this is how the Homecomer Assembly Wednesday group been getting their funding the whole time?
That's right. Ever since Anchor Infinity ousted Apex, they've been using the Hope Fleet's expeditions to hunt for this server cluster and that mysterious agent. But so far, they've only come up empty-handed. They could send a few hands to run the bar and keep expanding Odin's Tavern, but they can't so much as touch the real Odin's Tavern. What is it?
Prison break. Brighton Prison doesn't look too crowded, but at the last Homecomer Assembly I saw in Nanto hallway lots of pirates.
Kylo has numerous prisons. Some are located in scattered space mining facilities where inmates are forced to work as miners, while others sit at key junctions along safe routes where prisoners are tasked with maintaining supply points. There are actually dozens of Brighton prisons, big and small. This is just one of them. The pirates you mentioned are probably locked up in one of the others.
So that's how it is.
Oh, and some of them are probably dead.
Dead?
We botched the job, so they were punished. Killed for it.
What kind of punishment? What kind of job?
You'll be doing that job today, so you'll find out soon enough. As for the punishment, you're better off not knowing.
I want to learn more about this place.
Trying to break out, huh?
I never said that. This place is swarming with surveillance, and you're talking so loud.
Relax. No one who's locked up here ever gets out anyway. You could turn your escape plan into a song and sing it straight to a droid tongue. Nobody would even care. Save your strength. It's pointless.
There really no way out?
Yep. Dead people. Dead people get to leave. If you're that eager to get out, be my guest. Give it a try.
I said yesterday, if I can't get out, people will die. If you won't help me, forget about it.
Once you know everything about this place, you'll understand me. What is it?
Nanto. How much you know about that asshole?
A lot. Depends on what you want to know.
Everything.
That's way too much to get through in a single meal. You probably need 3.
Tell me what you know. You know anything about Bagus? Tell me that first.
Bagus? That name does ring a bell.
You know him?
Take it easy. It just sounds familiar. Can't quite place where I've heard it before.
Try to remember, please.
I don't think this has anything to do with Nanto. I don't think I heard that name from anyone linked to him. It's just vaguely familiar. Maybe I'm mixing things up. I'll tell you about Nanto first. We're about the same age, and my mom was really close with the Todd siblings, so I actually know him pretty well. I've heard stories about him ever since I was a kid.
Childhood friends?
No, to me, he was more like a role model. Whenever I ticked my mom off as a kid, she'd tell me to learn from Nanto. She'd say he's kind, smart, all of that.
So, what's your relationship?
He doesn't know me, but I've known him since I was little. He's Asurata's adopted son.
Adopted? When did that happen?
Around 2696, I think. At that point, both the Todd siblings had contracted Starstone Syndrome. Also, Anchor Infinity had discovered the Ore Zero Zone and rolled out credits, and Apex had lost a significant portion of its business to Anchor Infinity.
Oh. Hydrate, hydrate. Alright, alright. One moment.
Nanto's parents were also employees of Apex, and Anchor Infinity held a grudge against them over work-related matters. After they died, Asurata adopted him. Asurata spent years battling Starstone Syndrome, and the constant strain left no time for marriage or children. He treated Nanto as his son and poured all his knowledge and skills into him, grooming him to be Apex's future heir.
That didn't happen. How come he's a director at Anchor Infinity now?
Well, it's a bit complicated for now. Let's talk about it tomorrow.
Breakfast time over. Breakfast time over. Head to the plant cultivation room and start your work. Head to the plant cultivation room and start your work.
Come on. The work you're so curious about is starting.
Hang on, can I not, like, run? Hello there, cellmate. How goes it?
Come on, I'll teach you. Over here. These plants are Helix biopatents. This species can conduct electricity. We're responsible for looking after them and making sure they stay healthy.
Helix Biogen. What exactly do I do?
It's simple. We have 3 nutrient solutions here, each with a different effect. Add the measured amounts in a specific order. Just follow my lead. I'll do it first, then you copy. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it on your own. First, draw up the liquid from the bottle on the far left with your test tube. Remember, don't let the test tube touch the inner wall. Easy does it, keep your hand steady. Add 10 drops to the roots, then wait until the soil fully absorbs the nutrient solution.
10 drops, liquid from the bottle on the far left.
By the way, what were you and the captain talking about just now? She seemed to really enjoy talking with you.
Oh, I'm from Ida, don't really know much about this place. Asking a few things. Let me finish this first, then we'll talk. 10 drops. Wait, that's not right.
What? What's wrong?
This nutrient solution rack is the wrong way around. Numbers are reversed. Supposed to use the one on the far right. That's what you meant, right?
What? That's impossible. Let me see.
Watch out. Uh-oh.
I'm done for.
Offender 11667 wasted 2 bottles of nutrient solution. Punishment: 1 night in the brain interface room.
No, no, please!
Oh boy. What even is the brain interface
The
room?
punishment that can get you killed. Everyone just calls it the dream house. Watch yourself. Don't ever slip up. And whatever you do, try to stay out of there.
That Lincoln, he
switched your nutrient solution on purpose, just so you get a taste of the dream house. And you're still worried about him.
Why would he do that?
Because I trust you. He just doesn't like you, that's all. Can't you tell? We've got free time until dinner. Since you're so curious about Kylo, how about I take you to the electronic reading room? You can learn a lot there.
And how long does this jail section last? I gotta do my dailies.
You can use all the machines in here. Just unlock them with your fingerprint. Besides here, the cafeteria and the plant cultivation room are open, but there's nothing to eat in the cafeteria right now. If you're hoping to shave some time off your sentence by putting in extra work, you can always head back to the plant cultivation room. If you perform exceptionally well, you might even earn access to the gym and the movie room. But let's be honest, there's no way you'll qualify for those.
Using these terminals, perhaps I can contact Void Piercer. I'll just stay where I am.
Suit yourself. I'm an exemplary prisoner, so I'll go catch a movie.
Inmates who bust out of prison get another 100 years added are exemplary?
Bye. If there's anything you don't get, just go ask Steven over there. He's an old bookworm and knows this place better than anyone.
Yeah, I swear. You know what? Forget the whole prison break. We need an invasion force to come in here and take over. Internal strife, external threats. General Veronica's Project Astralis faces setbacks. December 23rd, 39th Annual Hope Fleet Report Meeting. Unveiled Project Astralis, large-scale exploratory mission. Spearheaded by elite Hope Fleet unit to seek other habitable planets. Project received applause at the time. General Veronica's bold vision, widely praised. Anchor Infinity failed to provide a prompt, positive response. Finance Minister highlighted the growing piracy problem. Hope Fleet should prioritize resolving immediate crises. Exploration project requires extensive manpower, resources, financial report. Premature for both Hope Fleet and Kylians. Should General Veronica act out of line, consider cutting fleet funding for all Hope Fleet projects. Focus efforts on eradicating piracy instead. Topic appears to become taboo within the Hope Fleet, seldom expressed openly. Stagnation has also impacted Veronica's internal approval rating. Although Hope Fleet leadership has yet to publicly express dissatisfaction, not hard to imagine growing internal discontent. Anchor Infinity President Rafa, Apex Chairman Alshirada passes away. Kylo management rights transferred smoothly. Press conference, President Rafa, deep condolences, passing of Apex Chairman Alshirada Todd. Peacefully passed away last Wednesday, private medical chamber. Prolonged battle. Age 62? That is not old. Foundational figure in Kylo's development, pioneers of space exploration. Foresight, extraordinary courage, survival of the Kylo people, differing views on management philosophy, outstanding contributions, sincerest condolences to Todd family. Transfer of ownership of Apex's assets. Progressing steadily. Committed to fostering continued prosperity, blah blah blah. Kylo's founding families, Todd's siblings' contributions are remarkable. Sister Aglaya Todd spearheaded AI reconstruction. Kylo grew from scientific outpost into a space settlement. Hundreds of thousands? Really? Although we bid farewell to a former leader, future remains bright. Memorial service held next week at an unspecified location. Kylo-wide day of mourning. Non-essential facilities will suspend operations. Related reports. Legendary Life, Rise and Fall. Phantom Thief captured, falls into smelting furnace. Oh, okay. Mysterious vigilante known as Phantom, long hailed by locals as a guardian of justice. Apprehended during a raid today, attempting to escape, Phantom fell into Smelting Furnace 3, confirmed dead. According to official statement... blah blah blah... carried out on scene, Deputy Director... Procedure defeated disorder. The collective triumphed over the individual. Vigilante justice cannot bring real order to the Brighton Zone. Only Anchor Infinity's regulated governance. Reports that classified document listing members of the Homecomer faction. Deputy Director Nanto, said to have confronted Phantom alone, by the time reinforcements arrived, slipped and fall into the red hot furnace. Operation's date coincided with the death of Nanto's adoptive father. Duty comes first, no excuses. Decisiveness, power shift from Apex to Anchor Infinity. Loyalties had long been evident. Continues to withhold details on Phantom's true role. Ongoing investigation. Vigilante may have been former senior Apex employee. Phantom's fall is only the beginning. Any attempt to challenge Anchor Infinity's authority will be punished to full extent of regulations. Nanto is calmed, 3 steps ahead. Duty comes first, well said. Does he even dare step through the Todd family's door? Traitor. Worse than Slag, he skipped his foster father's last goodbye for official business. The Todd family raised a wolf. Leaked trade secrets that gave Lana's core code. Pocketed a fortune. Phantom was Brighton Zone's guardian, true voice of the weak. Anchor Infinity can kill one Phantom, but not the hope in people's hearts. Oh. Temporary management adjustment at Brighton Prison. Announcement. To all staff and inmates, management of Brighton Prison will be taken over by Anchor Navigation Security Department under direct supervision of Nanto. Regular rotational management plan. Promoting cooperation, optimizing resources between Anchor Infinity and Hope Fleet. Fixed weekly visits on Wednesdays and Saturdays are cancelled. Visitation by application. Current schedule will remain unchanged. All existing special arrangements for inmates Block B maintained. Brain interface facilities. Inmate appeals be submitted simultaneously. Staff assignments unchanged. Security procedures will follow latest version of security manual. Regular inspections. Maintain stable operation. Blah blah blah. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Don't interrupt me, I'm reading.
Are all these terminals offline?
Ugh.
Did it not update the digital archive here? Heard the whole prison's being surveilled, guessing it's an AI. Does that mean the network is also monitored?
You're really noisy. I'll answer one question, but no more bothering me after that. The digital library here is offline. When it needs an update, staff from the management office brings over a dedicated network plugin to do it. No, don't even think you can find a way to contact the outside world from here. Every time some new fish shows up, they ask me the same stupid questions. You people are really getting on my nerves. I'm studying, I'm researching, I'm using my life to read. You're wasting my precious life, and you're keeping me from gaining new knowledge.
In prison? Alright, sorry, jeez. Seems I can't get through to Void Piercer from
Lights out time. Lights out time.
Lights out.
Mr. Rafa, you've only just recovered. Shouldn't you rest a while longer?
Helix Bio's tech has always proven reliable. There's no need to worry. Now tell me your assessment of our diplomatic representative.
The diplomatic representative Hykros sent is green and inexperienced. Now we just have to wait for those most stubborn homecomers to deliver themselves straight into our hands. Right now, I'm worried about Helix Bio.
Joe?
He's not exactly tight-lipped. Rumors about Noah are already spreading.
Even you've heard.
He nearly blurted it out in front of that diplomatic representative today. The way I found out is entirely within the bounds of my normal duties.
Don't worry. I was planning to make Noah and Project Ark public anyway. This won't affect the bigger picture. Are you interested in reading the Project Ark press release?
This is outside my clearance. I'm not authorized to view it.
Any leads on that Bagus who was mentioned in the surveillance footage?
Wait, so Rafa doesn't know?
That's the next thing I wanted to report. I've looked into it, and there isn't a single person named Bagus in all of Kylo. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll be more thorough in the next interrogation.
That won't be necessary. Bagus isn't important.
Do you recognize this person?
One of the passengers killed in the explosion on the space station, an Asperian. I remember him because he boarded with an invitation from Apex. Don't concern yourself with the dead. We have more important matters. At the next interrogation, start by asking what the difference between Shirley and Nemesis is.
Why do we need to ask about that? I know about Shirley, but who is Nemesis?
That humanoid weapon from Ida is called an Angel of Clemency. It employs a unique form of Omnium technology. Shirley was merely her name before being modified. Now, she goes by Nemesis. We're studying the manufacturing technology of the Angels of Clemency. It will greatly aid Project Ark, but we still can't break through her subconscious. A door stands in the way, and the answer to the problem is the key.
Understood. I'll handle it right away.
25925. Mr. Nanto, report for interrogation. Proceed to the interrogation room immediately.
Day 3. Oh.
Good morning. You're looking pretty good. It seems Brighton Zone's food agrees with you.
Did you come here to check on me specially?
I don't have that much free time. I'm here to ask you a few questions about Ida.
Why are you suddenly so interested? Isn't Anchor Infinity determined to stop Kylans from contacting Ida?
Anchor does think that way. But that doesn't mean I do.
Do you really think you'd earn my trust that easily? I've already heard lots about you here, like how you sold out your own benefactors for personal gain.
I'm not asking for your trust. Only that you tell me what's happening on your side.
Why the hell would I do that? Really?
General Veronica of the Hope Fleet is off on a mission. This prison is under my control for the time being. So, you can trust me. Unless you think Asurada, the former head of Apex, is a fool.
A fool for raising you? What do you want to know? And why?
Because I can't bring myself to trust anyone from Hycross. I sat in on 2 of Rafa's meetings with them, and all they did was hype up how perfect things are on their side. It sounds like nothing but overblown propaganda.
Like what Anchor Infinity is saying?
Fertile soil, perfect climate, abundant resources, cutting-edge technology, and everyone living in peace and prosperity. Do they take us Kylians for fools? Most of the newer Kylians have long forgotten, but I haven't. I've seen the project files for the Kylo space station. Project Ark had to be ready to protect us from the worsening temporal anomalies.
Ark?
The Kylo space station is known as the Ark. It symbolizes a vessel that carries the last Kylian survivors through the apocalypse as we seek new lives and a chance to rebuild our home. Once the disaster has passed, of course. The Ark space station was so far away, yet even it got caught in that massive explosion. You were at Ground Zero. So how? How did you get out unscathed?
You still haven't told me why you want to know all this.
You've been in the Ore Zero zone for so long, and you've got deep ties with the Homecomers. You must think Anchor is oppressing the Kylians and hoarding resources for their own selfish desires. Outrageous, isn't it? And can you really guarantee that Hycross hasn't told so much as a single lie? Is the land of Ida really that great?
I've been all over the damn place. Better than this.
I betrayed Asurada to make my own life easier. That hasn't changed. We're still in Ida, and I'll make my own decisions.
If I were to judge, Ida might not be as perfect as Hycross made it sound, but certainly better than the current Ore Zero zone. If you had the chance, I'll lay everything out honestly. Any Kylan who wishes to return can go see it for themselves, share their impressions.
You're still not being honest. Why don't we talk about your dear friend Shirley? The only person who accompanied you to Kylo turned out to be a victim of a temporal anomaly. So, you still haven't escaped the temporal anomaly, have you? In her memories, the scenes of it are truly horrifying.
How do you know? What have you done to Shirley, you asshole?
We haven't done anything to her. We're doing everything we can to heal Nemesis. The space-time turbulence sent her system into chaos, so we had no choice but to intervene in her brain.
Shirley never made it back. You tampered with the beacon, threw her into a turbulence.
I've already told you. We're healing Nemesis, not Shirley. Are the two of them completely the same to you? Frozen body, eyes drained of all life.
Yo, whoop his ass. Shut up. Calm down, you're supposed to ask about Ida, but you shifted the conversation to Shirley. Did Bagus tell him all this? Why mention Shirley? Shirley's in her hands now. She's a hostage. They just want to ensure Shirley remains alive. What's the point of this interrogation?
I call her Nemesis, but you insist on calling her Shirley. Tell me, what's the difference between them in your eyes? Can you not stand that machine body of hers?
Bagus wants to track down Nem with Shirley. This could be my chance to reach Nem. With their help, I can get away sooner. Shirley, Nem, I believe in you. Shirley will always be Shirley. Her body may have been rebuilt, but she herself hasn't changed. As for Nemesis, I don't know how much you know about the Angels of Clemency, but I suggest you don't provoke Shirley when she loses control. If you do that, Nemesis won't be controlled by gentle Shirley anymore, but by the angry Void Piercer. Friendly warning, don't play with fire.
Void Piercer.
Why do I have to walk? Hey, what up, dickbag? I miss mealtime, I'm so hungry. Lincoln, thank God goodness you're alive.
My brain's practically fried after a whole night in the dream house.
Gandhi told me you switched to nutrient solution.
I'm sorry. When you discovered the nutrient solution had been put in backwards, I panicked. I was worried you'd figure out it was me, and I ended up knocking over my own reagent. It was all my own doing. Don't worry. I swear I won't set you up this time.
Really? Do you like Gandhi?
How did you figure that out?
Truth be told, I didn't even realize. I just guessed. Don't worry, I haven't said anything.
No telling anyone about this, okay? You have to keep it a secret.
If I want to get out of here, I need to learn everything about this place. Gandhi refuses to help. She only got here anyway. Lincoln might be my best shot. Tell me about the Dream House. I won't breathe a word about this to anyone.
Deal. The Dream House is actually a specialized brain interface. Back when the Ida explosion hit, the space station got blown to pieces, and its AI, Noah, went down for good. Back then, an AI researcher suggested taking the passengers in the stasis pods who couldn't wake up and using them to form an AI server. That way, Noah could be repaired as quickly as possible.
How can you make a server out of passengers?
With human brains. The Dream House's brain interface prototype was developed back then. Apparently, it can siphon off a person's consciousness data and store it on a temporary drive for safekeeping. The vacant brains were then linked together, allowing the AI to slip in and harness their neural power. That's what kept the space station alive during its most perilous phase.
What's the meaning behind dreaming?
To be honest, I don't really get it either. Either way, once you're in there, you can see all kinds of things, bits and pieces from every corner of Kylo. But when you wake up, you can hardly remember anything. Based on my experience repairing spaceship systems, I'd say it's the information channel everyone's consciousness passes through when it's sent out or pulled back in.
I don't get it.
The books say that back in the day, cities had busy roads. You're just like one of the cars on those roads, and plenty of others are driving from here, there, and everywhere.
These dreams are caused by people glimpsing data fragments transmitted from elsewhere? Like snippets of surveillance footage, digital messages, or even streams of credits?
You're pretty sharp.
If that's the case, how come people die?
Brighton Prison has a complex history. In the beginning, it was built by Anchor Infinity to lock up people who stood against them. Later, the Hope Fleet seized control. Later, when Anchor Infinity realized some prisoners had information they wanted, they cut a deal with the Hope Fleet and brought in this brain interface to dig through people's memories.
Oh, so it's like interrogation, except easier.
Once Kylo was up and running, Lana's computing power still wasn't enough, So Anchor Infinity started using the machine to tap into prisoners' brains. Using that excuse, they took back control of the prison again.
I see.
Hey, I'm not finished. What's with that I see? This brain interface has adjustable power settings. Crank them up too high, and it'll damage the brain, causing all kinds of issues. Even death. Veronica, the general of the Hope Fleet, has despised Anchor Infinity for quite some time. She once captured a senior Anchor Infinity executive and planned to subject him to a thorough interrogation. Anchor Infinity used the brain interface to fry that person's brain overnight. The usually mild-mannered General Veronica was so furious that she smashed a cup and stayed up all night setting up a compliance investigation committee for the prison.
So Brighton Prison is under Hope Fleet control again?
I know what you're thinking. Anchor Infinity just sent Veronica off on a long-range expedition. It's only natural they're using her absence to try and retake control of the prison. That's why Nanto's been coming and going non-stop lately.
So there have been lots of conflicts between Anchor Infinity and the Hope Fleet, both open and concealed? I always thought the fleet was under Anchor Infinity control.
Under the last general, things were more or less like that. But ever since Veronica took over, she's given Anchor Infinity one hell of a headache.
Yo, we need her on our side. As long as the brain interface isn't turned up too high, it doesn't kill people?
Yeah, basically, but it depends on the person. That machine and I don't get along. Most people are just a little drowsy after a night inside it, but my brain aches for ages before I'm back to normal. The brain interface's power was only reduced because of that showdown between General Veronica and Anchor Infinity. People don't die as easily now, but it still does quite a bit of damage.
If the brain interface can send a person's consciousness out and use the brain temporary server for Lana, does that mean the machine is my only way to contact the outside world? The message I asked Nanto to pass on to Shirley reached her. Perhaps I can use the brain interface there to contact them.
What are you thinking? Don't go poking around just because you're curious. That thing might not kill people anymore, but if you're unlucky, 2 or 3 runs can still fry your brain.
So what can I do?
They'll run some tests. If they decide your brain's permanently shot, they'll take you away. Anchor Infinity doesn't tolerate deadweights.
Does that mean we can get out in that case?
Are you nuts? People go through rigorous testing before they're let go. No one can fool Lana.
Oh boy, she's good. Alright. My grip slips and the... Oh dear, I skipped breakfast and now I feel all dizzy.
Prisoner 25925 for damaging a test tube and wasting nutrient solution. You are sentenced to 1 night in the brain interface room.
Come on, Nem, please don't let me down. Machine activated, immediately lost consciousness when I woke up. Nothing like Lincoln
I
described.
built this space just for you. Lana can't listen to us in here.
Nem! You really came. Did you receive Shirley's message?
I gotta hand it to you. You're pretty sharp, reaching me through Shirley at a time like this.
You already know everything that's been going on at this end?
I snuck a look at some surveillance footage from the Brighton Zone. You're awfully obedient. Whatever they tell you to do, just do it. Who would have thought Hykros' diplomatic representative was such a pushover?
Come on, enough of that. I figured it out now. Never should allow them to lead me by the nose right from the start. Did you see Shirley when you came looking for me? Is she okay?
Those Kylians are trying to figure out how Shirley's consciousness can control a body modified by the heirs of Ida, so they've kept her hooked up to a brain interface for study. Shirley survived the temporal anomalies and the Angels of Clemency's modifications. After wandering inside Gesthos with me for so long, there's no way Lana alone can unlock her subconscious.
Is Shirley at risk?
Relax. They wouldn't dare harm her. She's way too valuable for that. I was going to rescue her, but I realized Lana had allocated more than half of her computational power to analyzing Shirley. I've only diverted a small portion of my computational power here for now. After all, this is Lana's turf. If I rushed to rescue Shirley, I'd definitely draw her attention, so I decided to come find you first.
If I know you could come with such ease, I would have made you our diplomatic representative. Would have saved a lot of trouble.
I only made it here because Gesthos is a hyperdimensional quantum supercomputer enhanced by Omnium technology, and also because Shirley is here. Shirley is my anchor point. Without her, I never would have made it through the space-time turbulence.
Space-time turbulence can still block you?
Of course. It's like an impenetrable electronic fog to me. Shirley is like a beacon, and only by following her light can I reach Kylo. There's plenty of time to talk about all that later. For now, let me tell you how I can help.
Okay. How much can you actually do in Kylo?
That depends on how Lana distributes her computational power. The less she assigns to one place, the more actions I can take. She's devoted very little to this prison.
Oh.
All the video footage, droid logs, and prisoner activity data are merely stored here without being analyzed. That's how I managed to create a containment field to isolate Lana.
Okay.
Oh, if you need my full support, I can also use Gesthos to block Lana's access to the entire Kylo space station, but it won't last very long.
You're really that awesome?
Lana's server isn't a hyperdimensional computer, so I have an advantage there. The problem is the space-time turbulence. Passing through it severely drains my computing power. I've only just arrived and haven't had time to properly assess Lana's processing capacity. If you need it, give me a couple of days so I can get a clear grasp of what she's capable of first.
Shouldn't go that far just yet. I'm just hoping you can help me with two other things first. Tell Plotty I've been captured, warn her that the passage coordinates to Kylo, provided can shift due to turbulence. Hykros plans to send anyone else, they need to be careful. I need to break out ASAP. I've only got 4 days left at most, then I'll have to forge a medical record convincing enough to make Lana believe the brain interface has already fried my mind.
Got it. I'll handle the medical records. For now, just rest here. I've already blocked the brain interface that was tapping into your consciousness.
Thanks, Nam.
No need to thank me. Once you're out, we'll rescue Shirley, and I'll help you beat up Lana and Rafa.
Please. Okay.
Mr. Rafa, our diplomatic representative mistakenly entered the brain interface room today.
They had the honor of supporting Kylo and Lana, if only a little. They've been locked up as a fraudster, but they're still the first genuine visitor from Ida so far. Aren't you even a little curious about the place?
Humanity has a long history, but the same stories play out in different places. After all, everyone is human in the end. The Idans are just like us. They are human too. The homecomers believe that as soon as they go back, they'll be welcomed with open arms, convinced that Ida is of one mind with them, as close as family. But is the world really that ideal? I don't think so.
Tell me what you think, then.
Hykros never promised the Kylians any special treatment for returning to Ida. They're dealing with us because they want to construct another Tower of Fantasy and compete for the limited resources we have here. Our dealings with Hykros are no different. It's purely about finding ways to profit from them. Ida certainly has fertile ground and is worth the effort for Kylo, but Hykros is not a partner we can trust. The more genuine a diplomatic representative is, the more dangerous they are.
Your theory is rational, and very similar to Lana's calculations. Boost the output in the brain interface room. The diplomatic representative's physiology is unusual, so normal power probably won't be enough to bring their brain online.
Unusual? Is it?
Agreed.
Also, Lana's been updating the servers these past few months, so computing power is a bit short right now. Go gather the diplomatic representative's movements and statements in Kylo, and see if there's anything useful. Her last answers were of no use to Shirley whatsoever. Either we were lied to, or they were simply wrong.
I'll get right on it.
Day 4. Oh, okay, here we go again. Wait, is it right here? How small is this place?
Lincoln said you screwed up yesterday and got sent to the brain interface room? You actually look fine. You must be tougher than I thought.
No, you've got it all wrong. I feel terrible. I just happen to have more willpower than most. I'm forcing myself to hold it together.
Oh, really? Well, all right then. But barely anyone in this prison comes out of the brain interface room with their mind intact. Especially the new fish. After their first time in there, most of them can't even remember their own names.
Oh, really? If even my cellmate can figure out how to handle the brain interface, how am I supposed to fool Lana? I should be more careful. She believed me before and gave me valuable intel. She's not just an ordinary prisoner. Perhaps she can help.
Mealtime's over. See ya.
Hang on a sec.
What? Miss me already?
Yes. I'm sorry, Captain. I lied. The brain interface room doesn't actually affect me, but I can't tell you why.
Why are you suddenly bringing this up?
Because I need help. Like you said, going into the brain interface room is a death sentence. If I don't react the right way, sooner or later everyone in this prison will realize something's off. I need you to help me protect the secret.
What makes you think I'd help you?
I can tell you're not ordinary. Anchor Infinity clearly gets under your skin. Help me out, make them regret ever crossing you. If you help me, at least I can make them suffer.
So, how do you want me to help?
I need solid intel on Nanto and Baggins. Remember anything at all, please tell me.
You're a smart one, and I like working with smart ones. You guessed right. My family has some influence in the Brighton Zone, so even after rubbing Anchor Infinity the wrong way, I can still expect pretty decent treatment around here. As for Nanto, I do know a few things you won't discover in the reading room. Whether they're useful to you or not, that's for you to decide.
Is it related to Baggins?
Why are you so hung up on that name? I promise I'll think about it, but right now I really can't remember where I've heard it.
I believe that. So what can't I discover in the reading room?
Brighton's prison control has bounced back and forth between Anchor Infinity and the Hope Fleet a few times. But no matter who's running the place, there are 2 inmates who've never been hooked up to the brain interface.
Ooh.
30637, an old man whose real name no one knows, and Steven.
What's so special about them?
As far as I know, Nanto is the one protecting them. 30637 actually went through a brain interface interrogation back in the day. But he was a tough nut to crack. The machine couldn't access his subconscious. After he joined Anchor Infinity, Nanto interrogated 30637 and supposedly pried a trove of vital intel from him. With that, Nanto cut a deal with 30637, guaranteeing he'll never be put in the brain interface again. Steven is even more perplexing. He was framed and taken in because of his role as a specially appointed Apex scholar researching Iden history. Also, there were suspicions that he leaned toward the homecomers. As soon as Steven was jailed, Nanto saw to it that he got special treatment. No sessions in the brain interface, and no hard labor. Back then, Nanto was already Rafa's trusted confidant, and whoever happened to be running the prison was happy to grant him that courtesy.
Sounds like nothing more than shaky goodwill. I view probably guilt eating at him. Someone who betrayed their father suddenly caring about these people doesn't prove anything.
Seems we have different views on this.
What do you think?
He's keeping a secret. A colossal one that might be tied to Bagus. The very person you've been chasing so relentlessly. And those two he's singled out for protection, they're your lead.
Any ideas how to make him talk?
There's nothing we can do about it here. I asked Stephen ages ago, but even he doesn't know why Nanto treats him so differently. As for 30637, he's too old and his mind has long since deteriorated. You won't get anything out of him, unless you can find someone who knew him before he went to prison.
Do I look like I have access to prisoner files or that I'm well connected?
Didn't you say that even locked up here in Brighton Prison, you could still cause trouble for Anchor Infinity? I'm sure you can handle this. All this talking's making me thirsty. Let's go.
Yo, what up?
Hey, how you holding up? That night in the dream house must have been rough.
Feel like I'm seeing double right now.
Yikes. You were pretty careless. I found out over breakfast that Laurent and Lelouch were cremated last night.
Dead?
Yeah. Based on how I felt last time, they've definitely cranked up the brain interface power recently. Look, my hands are still shaking. If I had to go in again, I'd be dead for sure.
Whatever you do, don't go back in there then.
Of course I will, but we're in Brighton Prison now. Our lives aren't our own. Last year, when Lana's servers were being updated and computing power was scarce, Anchor Infinity came up with all sorts of excuses to throw people in prison and put them through brain interface interrogations. But it was really just to boost Lana's computing power. Tons of people died back then. And even if they didn't, they ended up basically brain dead. If I ever ended up like that, I'd be better off dead. I'm betting that's how old Hans' brain was fried.
Hans?
I don't get why they never let him out.
Don't worry about others for now. Focus on the here and now. If you make one more mistake, they'll send you in there.
True. You're in way better shape than I am. Everyone who went in with you is dead, but you've still got plenty of fight left in you. I wish I was more like you.
Everyone's slightly different. You said so yourself.
Yeah, true. Hey, do you lie on it differently or something? Why are you affected so little?
Be careful, that droid Tom's watching you. Huh? Where's Steven gone?
I sent him away so we could talk.
How'd you know I'd be here?
Because I'm good at reading people. One look at you tells me you're the restless type. You're never going to rot in this prison, so you're not about to sit around with idiots like Barbara.
Alright, what do you want me for?
Don't you want to know why Laurent died so soon?
Nanto's responsible, right? Knew something was off at that pirate assembly. He and Laurent probably have been working together for ages.
Allow me to explain. Just before the third eradication operation, on the day Lola Hans died, Nanto secretly sent Laurent to warn her, so that Wednesday could avoid the operation. But Laurent, driven by selfish ambition, murdered Lola Hans and pinned it on the Hope Fleet, igniting a conflict between the pirates and Anchor Infinity in the hope of profiting from the chaos.
He did? Oh, another hydrant already? Alright, alright. You and your constant demands.
It wasn't just once. It was over and over. Long before Laurent ever left Wednesday, the two were already in touch. Wednesday is still around mostly because of his help.
So he's really the one behind Odin's Tavern?
That's right. But don't go thinking he's a good guy. Anchor Infinity just wants the pirates and the Hope Fleet at each other's throats forever. Whenever one side starts to crumble, they prop it back up. To Nanto, Laurent was nothing but a useful lapdog. If he ever dared to disobey, his master would put him down and get a new one.
Weren't you once one of Laurent's loyal supporters?
Things are different now. It wasn't until I landed in prison that Laurent told me everything. I can stomach being a heinous pirate, but I'll never be some lapdog you can tease with a dangling bone. Laurent got exactly what he deserved, and I'm happy about it. But Nanto still hasn't had his reckoning, and I've never despised anyone more in my life. If you really are from Ada, you won't be stuck here for long. I'm afraid Nanto will have me wired into the brain interface tonight just for telling you all this. I have just one favor to ask.
Kill him? I'll kill him. Don't worry about it.
Smash that smug, snobby-looking face of Nanto's to a bloody pulp for me.
No problem.
It's almost lights out. I hope you can grant me my final wish.
Easy. I lay in bed, mulling over Scorpion's words. But sleepiness comes over me before I make any conclusions. Okay.
All recordings related to Prisoner 25925 from Odin's Tavern are here for you to review.
Good. By the way, Prisoner 25925 didn't go to the brain interface room today, right?
Negative.
Tomorrow, find a way to put Prisoner 25925 in there, and raise the power output by 30%. As for that Scorpion, send her to the brain interface room tonight. Max out the power. Same as for Laurent.
Affirmative.
Throughout the night, Nanto reveals all footage.
Is General Veronica's expedition still going smoothly?
I am not authorized to initiate communications with General Veronica.
Hasn't Lana been operating in the prison lately?
You are not authorized to access information about Lana's operations.
Adi, this is Grey Fox.
Please input password.
Wait, what?
Slug and Boss Lady.
Hello, Mr. Nanto. Long time no see. This is Adi. How can I assist you?
Your presence here confirms my suspicions. Lana did indeed divert the computing power that was meant for Brighton Prison.
Currently, only the standard surveillance systems at Brighton Prison are functioning properly. Lana's computing power hasn't been deployed in the prison, and the power is down to just 50% of its former level across the Brighton zone.
A simple server update couldn't have caused these anomalies. Seems Mr. Ruff is determined to dig into Shirley's technological secrets.
The computing power concentrated at Shirley's location is still insufficient to make up for the deficit across the Brighton zone. Some of the remaining capacity has simply vanished. It seems to have been siphoned into an encrypted server somewhere. Based on our current intel, the encrypted server could serve one of three purposes. 1. Evolving a new Lana model. 2. Supporting a new large-scale construction project.
It must be that new secret project arc. I'll begin investigating through Helix Bio later. Maybe I can locate her.
Is there anything you need from me?
Bagus, do you have any news?
Say feckin' what now?
The Master remains silent.
Now that's strange. How did Hykros' diplomatic representative and our Bagus become enemies? Guess we'll have to ask.
What the hell is going on here? So, Brighton Prison experiences power outages too?
Some things aren't meant to be known by too many people. From now on, I ask, you answer. Don't test my patience. Do you intend to see Bagus dead?
Why do you care about that? You know him?
Still playing dumb. I've already checked every record in Lana's surveillance system related to you, and heard every word you've ever said in Odin's Tavern. You said Bagus hurt your friend, and you won't let him get away with it. I'm curious. When did that happen? And how did he do it? Was it in Kylo? Or on your end?
Seems like Bagus doesn't trust you either, considering he doesn't told you anything. But you're still here, worrying about his safety. All my friends are in Ida. Bagus converted his consciousness into data, then used Gestos to...
Gestos? What is he using Gestos for?
We thought the traitor was one of Hykros' authorizer before. No one went through that passage between Ida and Kylo before me. Nantos knows Bagus. Bagus actually came from Kylo, which means he must have a consciousness upload device. The brain interface used to punish inmates. If Brighton has one, there must be others out there. This can lead me to Bagus.
Yes. That's just like him. What he did was right.
You don't even know what he did. What makes you think he's right?
Whatever Bagus does, he must have his reasons. He owes me no explanation. My duty is to eliminate any future threats on his behalf. Since you want Bagus dead, it's only natural that I take care of you.
Quick, kill him now. Fulfill Scorpion's last wish. How could you just blindly stick to your darn duties like this?
Still mouthing off, huh? I hear you've been enjoying your naps in the brain interface room lately. So today, I'll make sure you have very sweet dreams.
Punch his face in. Fulfill Scorpion's wish.
Inmates die from brain interface power anomalies all the time. If that's how you kick the bucket, at least I'll have an excuse for Rafa and Veronica.
You think you can crack open my mind, rip out the source code with that thing? I'd rather sooner delete my own data source and hand it over.
Source code? Data source? Don't tell me the key Rafa's after is hidden in your head. Crafty Hykros. Are you so afraid I'll crank up the power and kill you that you're making up some source code in an attempt to blackmail me?
You seriously don't know?
You Hykros people are despicable. Always preaching about unity with the Kylians, yet all you really want is to exploit Kylo's resources and technology. Don't worry. I'm not actually going to kill you. I still need you to help the Kylians return to Ida, so the worst that'll happen is you become a Hykros representative who obeys my every command.
Punch his face in. You want to return to Ida? Hasn't Anchor Infinity already decided to trap the Kylians here forever?
I've already told you. On this matter, Anchor Infinity and I don't see eye to eye. Rafa's lost his wits. He can't see past his own nose. Instead of clinging to the current status quo and keeping the Kylians penned in, he should be thinking about how to replace Hykros in Ida. At the end of the day, they're just a bunch of scientists. What abilities or insights could they possibly have? As long as we humor them for now, Anchor Infinity can move to Ida later on. If we stay patient for a while, the faction that ultimately calls the shots in Ida will be anyone's guess. Of course, Rafa certainly won't live to see that day.
How do you link to Rafa and Bagus?
Head to the brain interface room and think it through at your leisure. Honestly, I still can't tell whether you're an idiot or a genius. I hope you'll make up your mind soon, given your role and current circumstances. If you're willing to return to Ida and lend me your support, the CEO position at Anchor Infinity's Asperia branch could one day be yours.
Why didn't you show up yesterday? Do you have any idea how long I waited for you? I've already mapped out the prison, and you were just outside chatting?
Oh, the dialogue kind of cut in a bit early there. I got tied up yesterday, sorry about that.
It might already be too late.
What do you mean?
After I reported to Hykros, they discovered that before you arrived in the Brighton Zone, Kylo unilaterally shut down all channels of communication with Hykros, including the passage you used to get here. Plotty's already working on a solution. Her dad gave me a good scolding, and said she misjudged Rafa, which got you locked up. She's really sorry. Maybe we should wait for Plotty. Otherwise, if we break out now, you'll still be stuck in Kylo.
Still one thing I don't understand. I used to think Bagus could move freely between Hykros and Kylo only because of Anchor Infinity. How come Nanto suddenly barged in and accused me like that today? He even cut power to the room. Seems he's afraid Lana will find out.
Is Bagus somehow linked to Anchor Infinity?
We'll get to the bottom of this once we're out. I've already uncovered a few leads. Plus, I now suspect he used Anchor Infinity's brain interface to infiltrate Gestos. Might even be in the same place as Shirley.
But when I contacted Shirley, I couldn't find anything.
A devious scoundrel always knows how to stay hidden. Now that we're this close, he'll bury himself even deeper. I'll settle the score with him later. Rafa shut down the channel. Didn't that impact you at all?
All it's doing is using more computing power. He shut down the channel to keep you from contacting Hykros. But if he thinks he can cut us off completely, he can think again.
Did Plotty say anything else?
She thinks Rafa's actions prove he's downright terrified of Hykros arriving. She insists you find a way to escape, then get in touch with Hykros.
That everything?
She did say she was sending someone, but the passage is closed now, and we have no idea when help will arrive. Right now, I'm the only one who can travel back and forth. I'm sorry, but there's no one else who can help you.
Except God. Let's move ahead with our prison break plan. How's the investigation going on Lana's end?
She barely has any computing power to tap into right now. The missing capacity seems to have been swallowed by a patch of space-time turbulence. I'm guessing she's working on some big plan that demands a lot of computing power. She's confident that Brighton Prison is escape-proof. It's wrapped in space-time turbulence, after all. There's still very little computing power allocated here, so for now, our jailbreak plan should be foolproof. I wanted to help you give Lindsys and the others a heads up, but every frequency linked to the Hope Fleet is under strict surveillance. Even a single message to Lindsys could catch Lana's eye if Hipper picks it up.
If he finds out you sent that message early, could jeopardize the entire jailbreak.
Our plan has to succeed. Only after you're safe can we plan our next move.
Oh boy. I'll certainly be there tomorrow.
Then get some rest for now. I'll keep an eye on Shirley. Lana's been dedicating more and more computing power to her, so all I can do now is watch. I don't dare speak to her anymore.
Thanks, I owe you one. Day 6. Oh right, it's a maximum of 7 days, isn't it?
I've just remembered something about that guy you've been asking about, Bagus. Are you sure his name is Bagus?
What did you remember?
As I said before, my mom got to know the Todd siblings through work and ended up designing the first bar counter at Odin's Tavern. Don't underestimate this job. Miss Aglaya's requirements were very particular. She wanted to create a place where people could experience civilization and comfort, even in the barren reaches of outer space. But resources were scarce at the time. To come up with the most cost-effective plan, my mom pored over every tavern-related document she could find and even interviewed a bunch of people, Miss Aglaia included.
How's that related to Bagus? You're saying your mom interviewed him?
Why do you get so worked up when I bring him up? Be patient. My mom never met him, but Miss Aglaia mentioned him.
Hang on, I just noticed, but I'm looking really closely at her eyes. Does she have heart-shaped pupils? It might just be my imagination, but it kind of looks like she has heart-shaped pupils.
Miss Aglaia regularly visited Odin's Tavern back when she was in Asperia, and its owner was a man named Bagus. She was actually on quite friendly terms with him.
Bagus owned Odin's Tavern in Asperia 50 years ago?
Yeah. Supposedly, Bagus had lots of connections back then. And because of his relationship with Miss Aglaia, Apex sent him an invitation to the space station. That's how he ended up on board.
Bagus had already arrived at Kylo Space Station 50 years ago.
Well, unfortunately, his stasis pod was severely damaged in the explosion, and he didn't survive. My mom thinks Aglaia's plan to build Odin's Tavern was also a way of honoring her friend from another generation.
Given Nanto's connection to Anshirada, it makes sense he knows Bagus, but Bagus is supposed to be dead. Then who is the Bagus Nanto was referring to?
Why have you suddenly gone silent? I finally remembered and that's your reaction?
I was just thinking, what if he actually survived?
Impossible. Too many of the stasis pods on the early station were damaged. And with the power shortage, there was no way to rescue anyone. If a pod was compromised, there's no way its occupant could have survived until now. So, I think you might be looking for the wrong person.
Am I looking for the wrong person? Hey man, what's up?
Lana's definitely pushing another update. This morning in the cafeteria, they said I was stacking the trays at the wrong angle. And once I'm done with my shift, I have to report to the brain interface room for punishment.
Stacking trays at the wrong angle?
Scorpion and Angel were hauled in last night, and they were already dead this morning. If I go in, I'm as good as dead. Is there anything you can do? Please, you have to save me.
What can I do?
They've cranked the brain interface power way too high. If you don't help me, I'll die.
I can't do anything.
You survived 2 whole nights. There has to be a way. Why won't you tell me?
Prisoner 11667, causing a loud disturbance and interfering with others' work. Punishment 1 night in the brain interface room.
I'm finished. I'll never get out. No, I can finally get out.
Freedom through death, apparently. Lincoln? Droid Tom, you got it wrong. I'm the one who disrupted his work. You're punishing the wrong guy.
Prisoner 25925, disrupting prison management operations. Punishment 1 night in the brain interface room.
Oh, they take us away at the same time. It's the final night. Are the medical records ready?
I've pulled the inmates' medical records from the past few days and made a few tweaks. With Lana's current computing power, there's no way she'll spot the inconsistencies.
Let's get started.
First, we'll forge your life readings. The system's monitoring you in real time. One jolt will knock you out, send your heart into arrhythmia, and stop it altogether. Don't worry, I'll control the voltage precisely. You'll pull through.
Alright, so I might get close to dying. Okay, I'm good to go.
25925's faking it. They've definitely figured out how to deal with the brain interface.
Lincoln's a rat! A dirty rat!
Are you sure?
Definitely. Ever since the brain interface's power was boosted these past few days, everyone else has died. They were hooked up for 2 of the last 3 days and walked away unscathed. That's impossible.
Lincoln, you dirty rat.
Are you saying a fraudster in Brighton Prison has found a way to evade Lorna?
I know it sounds far-fetched, but what if it's some kind of special trait? That would make them incredibly valuable for Helix Bio's research. I've just handed over vital intel. Please, don't put me in the brain interface again.
I'll verify it. If the facts are indeed as you say, then I'll spare your life.
I swear, there's definitely something wrong with 25925. If you don't believe me, then go check right now.
I hope you're right.
Heartbeat has returned to normal. Vital signs are stable, but consciousness remains impaired.
Run a brain diagnostic. If it's not viable for brain interface extraction, follow standard protocol.
Affirmative.
Damn, I'm relying on you.
All vitals are below normal. Stop resuscitation. Power down the machines, complete the paperwork, and call Helix Bio to reclaim the body.
Affirmative.
All work is done. The doctor and nurse leave. Damn, you there?
Grab the communicator on the table. I'll guide you.
Copy that.
Nanto's here.
Oh. Oh. My gamer instincts are telling me there's a boss fight right now. That's a boss arena if I've ever seen one. Oh. Oh, there we go. Yep. There we go. Kill him! Don't think I won't kill you. I'll kill you first, motherfucker. Boom! Who's the sniper? General Veronica.
Has Project Astralis really ended so soon? General, your years of dedication to deep space exploration, haven't you given up a bit too early?
I was gonna say, like, we could use some training from Master Skirk, but, my girl handled herself real well.
Project Astralis hasn't failed. I just began to feel unwell after I set out. I had no choice but to turn back midway to recover.
I just remembered. I think it's, Mawika's VA. I think she also does, Veronica's voice. I'll need to double check. I do have her, character already.
I just returned when I heard that the Hykros diplomatic representative had been arrested and imprisoned.
Thank you, General.
We uncovered this fraud while you were away, General. Since you aren't feeling well, I'll arrange Helix Bio to give you a checkup.
Yo, shoot his ass!
That won't be necessary. The air in the Brighton Zone is so fresh. I started feeling better the moment I got back. Brighton Prison is under the Hope Fleet's jurisdiction. Now that I've returned, I intend to conduct a thorough investigation into this case. After all, even Anchor Infinity was swindled, so this is no small matter.
Mr. Rafa.
I'll be taking the prisoner now. Thank you for overseeing the prison in my absence, Mr. Nanto. You've been juggling countless responsibilities. Please take this opportunity to catch your breath. Please coordinate the remaining handover with Alexander. 25925, you're coming with me. I'll interrogate you myself at Hope Fleet headquarters.
Okay.
General, you've always treated your subordinates with kindness. Thank you for thinking of me. I'll make sure Mr. Rafa hears of your thoughtfulness and diligence.
I'll leave it to you then. Thank you.
I was doing okay, but having some backup, real useful. You
must be terribly shaken after being imprisoned over a misunderstanding, diplomatic representative. This is my office. There are no surveillance devices here, so you can rest easy.
So, you are General Veronica, the one Hipper speaks so highly of? You command the Hope Fleet?
Yes, that's me. But I don't think I deserve all the praise. I simply want the Hope Fleet to help humanity find a new home as soon as possible. Our fleet has no shortage of officers like Hipper, brimming with idealism and courage. It's because of them that I've found the strength to persist, and the motivation to mediate with Anchor Infinity.
I know Anchor Infinity wants to stay on the Hope Fleet's good side. By rescuing me like this, you're putting yourself in their crosshairs. My imprisonment wasn't a misunderstanding at all. It was carefully orchestrated setup.
Nanto is young and hot-tempered. As far as I'm aware, all of this was his own doing while Mr. Rafa was unwell. Speaking of Mr. Rafa, I need to go apologize to him. After all, I wasn't able to carry out Project Astralis, which he supported despite everyone else's objections. I'll also help clear up the misunderstanding between you and Nanto.
You're only gonna drag yourself deeper in the mud.
Rest assured, I guarantee that all scheduled diplomatic negotiations and events will proceed as planned.
She leaves the room. Oh, drowsiness begins to wash over me.
So, the High Cross diplomatic representative is just hiding out here? Taking it easy?
They've been in and out of the brain interface room countless times this week. And having just gone through a major battle, it's perfectly normal to fall asleep after finally relaxing.
What? What are you doing to me now?
Relax. I'm the one who let him in. He proposed cooperation terms I simply couldn't refuse. Once you hear them, you might find them hard to refuse too.
In terms of cooperation, you really gonna work with a scoundrel like him?
Cooperation has never been about shared ideals, only shared interests. You want to find Bagus, and so do I. You can't stand Rafa, and neither can I.
And you know, I still promised Scorpion I'd punch your face in. You're well within punching distance. You know, and I kind of whooped your ass that last fight. Are you not attempting to protect Bagus?
So, if he's in danger, I'll do everything I can to help him. If you hate him so much, are you really willing to let him die at Rafa's hands? If you want to kill him yourself, then help me find him. I can leverage every privilege and connection I have in Anchor Infinity, and do everything in my power to get you any information you need.
So, Bagus is under threat from Rafa, and you're desperate for my help, desperate enough to trade anything for it. Why shouldn't I just side with Rafa instead?
This is no time for joking around.
I'm not messing around. If you add it all up, I say the rip between Bagus and me runs even deeper.
Bagus is in a predicament much like Shirley's. Their consciousnesses have undergone brain interface uploads and could be breached at any moment by Lana's computing power.
Back when I was in prison, I always suspected Bagus of using Anchor Infinity's brain interface. I thought the two of them were allies, never imagined they were actually enemies.
Now is not the time to be playing the enemy of my enemy is my friend games.
Got one thing right, I do want to kill Bagus myself. Before that, there are questions only he can answer. Won't let Rafa be the one to end him. I don't have to work with you. Bagus might be my chance to patch things up with Rafa. I could even persuade Rafa to hand him over willingly.
You still harbor such naive fantasies? Think back. Who framed you and had you thrown in prison? Smeared you as a fraudster, kidnapped Shirley for experimentation, and used you to murder the Homecomers?
You? You think I can never side with Rafa using that to push me around, but I can never stand with Bagus either.
I think you may still have some misconceptions about Rafa, Anchor Infinity, and Nanto, diplomatic representative. I didn't get a chance to mention this earlier. I only made it to the prison in time and saved you from Anchor Infinity because of an encrypted message from Nanto. He's the one who sent me back to vouch for you. I'd say that's more than enough to demonstrate his sincerity. And don't forget, without my support, you can't verify your identity, let alone negotiate with Rafa. Before you were imprisoned, Rafa had already cut off contact with Ida and sealed the passage you used to get here. Right now, you need to calm down and think about how many options you really have left.
You need Nanto to help topple Anchor Infinity for Project Astralis. Whether your true aim is deep space exploration or seizing control of Kylo, I understand. For me, Nanto may be the quickest route to Bagus, but teaming up with him hardly seems wise.
Nanto, the diplomatic representative has already made themselves perfectly clear. Cooperation requires good faith from both sides, and the support you gave to spring them from prison was plainly not enough.
Then allow me to give you a deeper understanding of Rafa. He never cared about the Kylians. After Apex fell, Anchor Infinity became the sole power, and his habitat exploration plan is just a pretense to placate the Kylians. Odin's Tavern, which was built by Aglaia, was originally a contact network that Apex used to sponsor the Homecomers. After Asurada's death, Rafa ordered me to keep Odin's Tavern running in secret, channeling whatever aid the pirates needed. This is Lana's strategy for Rafa. Impose authoritarian rule to drive the Kylians into piracy. Use those pirates to bog down the Hope Fleet. And finally, have the Hope Fleet crack down on the real Homecomers.
That's it. In recent years, the Hope Fleet hasn't carried out any real expeditions beyond cracking down on pirates. And those so-called expeditions are really just insect cleanup operations in the mine for Anchor Infinity.
If it weren't for my unique physiology, Rafa would have already used the prison's brain interface to control or silence me. Even under those conditions, I still managed to outsmart Lana and break out of prison. Even without your help, I could cripple the entire Brighton Zone. I might not be able to take Lana down outright. Find me the window I need to escape.
You can really pull that off?
General Veronica is so dissatisfied with Anchor Infinity, Rafa still has to do their bidding. I doubt this is just simple sponsorship arrangement.
Of course. Every Hope Fleet vessel is built by Anchor Infinity and fitted with the Lana Smart piloting system. So long as space-time turbulence doesn't cut Lana off, the ships can only be flown by her. The only way I could get back here was on an antique ship I bought on the black market, cobbled together from parts the pirates had scrounged. Since it wasn't equipped with Lana's system, I was able to safely land at Brighton Port.
You need me far more than I need you. I'm the one who can handle Lana. Without me, you're stuck maintaining status quo.
What's your plan then?
I can work with you. Whether we negotiate Anchor Infinity or overthrow them makes no difference to Hykros. As for the tasks Hykros gave me, I never promised to complete them all. I only came to Kylo because it made finding Bagus easier. Rafa's controlling or hunting Bagus I'll help only if he ends up in my hands, not Nanto's.
I can't possibly agree.
Bagus is still in danger, isn't he? Let's rescue him first, then we can go our separate ways. After all, we've already lost to me once.
If you help me rescue Bagus, I guarantee I'll be the one who wins next time.
You sure about that? You're well within punching distance. Before anything else, tell me who Bagus is.
You need the representative's help to save Bagus. Once he's saved, they'll find out anyway. Revealing his identity now won't make much of a difference, will it? If you'd rather I didn't know, I can wait outside. When you're finished, just let me know.
There's no need for that. I'm just amazed this clever yet arrogant Hykros representative still hasn't figured out Bagus's true identity.
What do you mean?
Lana's computing server is down, so she has no eyes on the prison, except at the key entrances and exits. To keep the prison under control, I have to temporarily stand in for Lana.
Wait, is it Steven? Or that other prisoner?
I take it you uncovered Bagus's identity in prison. 50 years ago, back in her homeland of Asperia, Miss Aglaia struck up a friendship that crossed generations with the founder of Odin's Tavern.
But he's already dead. The space station went off course after the disaster and ran low on resources. Damaged facilities, stasis pods killed many, including Bagus.
Think again. After Miss Aglaia boarded the space station, she rebuilt Odin's Tavern, both to comfort the Kylians, who were devastated by the disaster, and to preserve the memories of her hometown and childhood, which she could never return to. So, after Miss Aglaia was put into cryogenic sleep because of Starstone Syndrome, who took charge of Odin's Tavern?
Ajarada?
But Ajarada is already dead. Who do you think he trusted most before he died?
You, no doubt about it. You killed him. Others might know I knew Ajarada better than anyone, or rather, Phantom.
So you knew the Phantom's true identity all along. No wonder you linked me to his death so early on. But unfortunately, you hardly know him at all. At that time, he was suffering from Starstone Syndrome, and even the special medicine had no effect on him. Because of his poor health, he even cut back on attending the Apex meetings. By then, he no longer had the strength to play the Phantom. So he decided to put on the last act of his life, which he titled The Lone Assassin.
The Lone Assassin?
It's said that while he was on Asperia, he read some classics from his home planet. One story told of a martyr who, in order to overthrow the enemy king, allowed an assassin to behead him. Then the assassin presented his head as a gift to the enemy king. The king received it personally, giving the assassin the opportunity to strike.
If Ajarada was the martyr, you're the assassin?
And the only person capable of driving him to such lengths is my aunt, Miss Aglaia Bagus, Ajarada's sole blood relative, and the founder of Odin's Tavern.
How is that even possible? This...
How come my girl only has lines now?
I'm out of time. I need to return to Anchor Infinity and submit my report. I've said all I can. This is the greatest sincerity I can offer you.
Then you can return for now. Give the diplomatic representative some time. I'll clear things up here.
Please remember this. I came here today because General Veronica took my prisoner, and I came solely to demand an explanation. I got into a huge argument with her, and in the end, I left empty-handed.
I gave Anchor Infinity's director of the Safe Navigation Department a severe scolding in front of Hykros' diplomatic representative, and Director Nanto swore to properly repay me for today's treatment.
Of course.
You're leaving the Hope Fleet. Nanto slipped past every eye and camera, arrived at a first.
With Rafa dead, Anchor Infinity will be leaderless. A bunch of fat fools hardly worth worrying about. Soon enough, I'll control not only Anchor Infinity, but also the nearly completed Third City. Among the Todd family legacy, Odin's Tavern can unite all the pirate factions, and the Apex servers can store Lana after her source permissions are rewritten. Once Bagus returns, these will form the foundation for rebuilding order in Kylo. General Veronica, You're driven by boundless ambition and lofty idealism, intent on making the Hope Fleet live up to its name under your command. But if you take the helm of Kylo, the strain of long-range expeditions will inevitably bleed it dry. Diplomatic representative. Neither you nor Hykros are worth trusting. For now, I have no choice but to rely on you. But the moment Lana is back under Apex control, I won't let you lay a finger on Kylo ever again. When that day comes, history will chronicle everything that has taken place in this stretch of space. Everything that belongs to the Kylians. The history of Kylo must be written by our own hands.
You should have killed him during that fight. You should have killed him during that fight.
I know you need time to think. I can give you that, but not much. A day at most.
No one knows about my release yet, do they?
I was just about to take care of that. I'll reach out to my media contacts to clear your name. My assistant Alexander is currently handling the necessary documentation.
Thanks.
Tomorrow, the story of the Ida visitor, falsely imprisoned by the Anchor Infinity, will become the talk of Kylo.
Please remember to add a line at the beginning of this lead news item. The diplomatic representative's assistant, Shirley, was taken into Helix Bio Inc. for treatment after suffering from local environmental sickness.
Clever. That way, they won't dare lay a finger on your partner.
Not only that, if we're going to work together, you must guarantee Shirley's safety. Get her out before the media storm hits.
You know, you're actually very similar to Nanto. He made the exact same request of me, except he was worried about Aglaia. My answer to you is the same one I gave Nanto. I'll do my best to ensure her safety, but if you want a swift rescue, your best option is to partner with me.
I understand your position, but we must discuss something more pressing first.
What is that?
Before I left, I made an agreement with Linces. If they hadn't heard from me after 7 days, they would retrace my steps back to Ida. But that location is a trap, and today is the 7th day.
Now that you broke out, Rafa is going to put the entire Brighton Zone on high alert. Even if Lana is running on empty, she's still going to be breathing down our necks.
What exactly is going on with this Lana? And how is Rafa using her to control Kylo?
50 years ago, Kylo constructed the Ark space station. Back then, the station's AI was called Noah. After a catastrophic incident aboard the station, Noah's servers were damaged. Then Aglaia Todd rebuilt it as Lana. From that day on, as the space base and mines were constructed, Lana spread through every vein of Kylo society. The Brighton Zone, constructed atop the remnants of the Ark space station, is no exception.
So what's going on with your Hope Fleet headquarters?
After Kylo established contact with Hykros, Lana soon faced a shortage of computational power. This wasn't unusual. During Kylo's years of rapid reconstruction, Lana often ran into similar shortages. The reconstruction of infrastructure requires the AI's power, but in order for the AI to take over the new facilities afterward, we must increase her processing power. The same logic applies to contacting Hykros and establishing a secure channel. I was fed up with Rafa using Lana to spy on the fleet, so while the channel was being set up, I used saving processing power as an excuse to cut her loose from the Hope Fleet.
How are you supposed to do that? Your spaceship can't run without Lana, can it?
Before Lana took control of the spaceship, or when the Kylians couldn't get AI Noah online, how do you think we managed to pilot the spaceship and explore space?
Good old gut instinct.
Simply put, I rebooted the fleet's old systems that Lana phased out, and trained the necessary personnel. I've staked my claim. I call the shots in every sector where those systems run. I gave up the fleet's navigation and Brighton Prison surveillance, made Rafa sign the agreements, and rolled out the old system across the fleet in place of Lana's.
So since Hykros and Kylo got in touch, Lana's not watching the Hope Fleet HQ anymore?
Lana has no control over the fleet's confidential comms, provision pods, or energy transport systems when they run outside the spaceship.
So this is just a recent change? In such a short time, how much could you even prepare? You really think you can overthrow Anchor Infinity?
You want to head back to Orzero? I'll get you a fleet pass for the Space Rift. Oh, and could you also take this handwritten letter to Hipper for me?
So I'm just heading back like this? Really? There won't be any problems?
Your record is cleared in the system, and I'm personally backing you. Don't tell me you're underestimating my influence or that of Hope Fleet.
I trust you. After all, you're the one who seems the most concerned for my safety. Whatever comes next, thank you for your help.
Accepted Veronica's letter. Handwriting was graceful and bold, to my dear Hipper. Oh. Hang on, is there a space rift around here? Oh, wait. Hope Fleet headquarters. Oh, I'm still in the Brighton zone. I need to unlock some more, space rifts. Oh, right. Weapons, warehouse. Wait, no, this would be locked.
The next conquest calls to me.
Katiana Sarkissian. Yep, that's her. Oh, I was wondering if there was any new, quests. Right, I remember this story. Aster, her mom turned out to be a weeb and, like, named her after a famous, like, character. I guess I'll do Lechus's story at a later point. Is that a ship? And a long way down. I swear I saw this model in, like, the museum or whatever. Oh hey, it's that helicopter. No, wait. I want to unlock a space rift first. Oh, I was wondering for a second, like, the marker says it's right here, how come I don't see it? Oh, it had to load in. Oh yeah, the expo hall. Oh, 700 meters. Oh, these things. $500 that way. God damn. Located up as well. gotta be a elevator going up there, right? No, please, please! Oh, god damn it! I was literally a second too late. I swear to god, elevators are like the bane of my existence in this game. I'm still having nightmares about that one time I was trapped in the... I like glitched out through the side of the elevator and trapped in the elevator shaft. I still don't know how I managed to get out. If only I had just used the damn mount in order to circle around, I might have gotten here in time. Alright, gotta wait for the elevator to return. Too bad I can't push a button. Oh, here it is. Oh, there it goes. Damn, were my boobs always this huge? I don't recall making them that big. Oh, again, I'm like, wait. It takes a second for it to load in or something. Ooh. Neato. That's a wallpaper. Oh. I guess it's because I'm technically... Okay, what if I try now? Alright, whatever. Whee! Oh, there we go. Hipper, you here?
Hipper, long time no see.
You? What are you doing here?
I'll explain everything later. Where's Linsis? Today is the 7th day. I rushed back to check on her. She must not go to those coordinates I gave her.
You look like you panicked. Once you reached the Brighton Zone, Linsis moved Helene and Carrot to a new safe house and launched a 7-day non-stop live stream.
Wait, is she live streaming right now?
Yes. She may have agreed quickly, but she knew the risks involved. She set up a live broadcast as a last resort, using it as her own means of self-preservation. I'll contact her immediately.
Hey, what is it? I'm juggling a lot right now, so make it quick.
Linsis, it's me. I've returned safely, and I'm here in Hipper's office.
How did it all fall off? Are you dozing off on me? Where should I pinch you this time?
Who's Helene again? I completely forgot.
Is that really you?
Yeah, General Veronica of the Hope Fleet vouched for me and got me out. I'm free and safe, so just relax.
Helene, please let Kara know that the spaceship won't be needed for now. Also, inform the others that today's plans are canceled, and tell them I appreciate their hard work.
Got it.
You're finally safe.
Lyncis? Lyncis!
Don't worry. She was on edge for 7 days, and now that she's finally relaxed, she couldn't stop herself from dozing off. Just let her keep streaming while she sleeps.
I see. She's really been through a lot.
Tell me what's going on. You said the General got you out of prison? Did my letter really make it to the spaceship? And why can't Lyncis go to the coordinates you gave her?
You sent a letter to Veronica's spaceship?
Of course. The moment I saw you being branded a fraud, I asked the General for help. But with Lana managing the spaceship systems, I'm not sure she actually got the message.
Veronica got the message through secret channels and came to my rescue. I was attempting a breakout and was almost trapped by Anchor Infinity, but she showed up right on time.
The General knew it better than anyone that Project Astralis was just an Anchor Infinity diversion. She must have prepared countermeasures before leaving, and more than one. Lana likely intercepted the message I sent to the General. Anything that actually got through would need a more covert channel.
No wonder Veronica asked me to deliver this letter to you.
I passed Veronica's letter.
Let me guess. She wants you to convince me to work with her?
I suppose so. More specifically, she wants me to be totally honest about everything, and she expects that after hearing it all, you'll be ready to trust and support her.
All right, let's hear it.
Honestly, I've said most of this before. The Hope Fleet isn't just searching for a new home. From a human standpoint, it's about probing the limits of the universe. We don't care about homecoming or exploration faction. Anchor Infinity's the one dragging us into these disagreements. Whatever life the Kylians want, the Hope Fleet will help make it happen. Exploration once carried humanity aboard the distant beacon to Ida, allowing our civilization to endure. The Hope Fleet upholds that legacy. In any part of the cosmos, humanity must never cease to explore the unknown.
At this level of exploration, with Kylo's resources as they are, you just can't afford it, can you?
Anchor Infinity has stalled Project Astralis for years, and we've had enough. Hykros are all scientists. They'll surely grasp the importance of this objective better.
Are there many people in the Hope Fleet who are like you? All about exploration and indifferent to whether the Kylians go back to Ida?
Of course. The General spent over 10 years meticulously building her reputation. Many mid-level officers, myself included, have been her supporters since our academy days.
After the spaceship disaster, did they assign you to Or-Zero as part of Veronica's plan?
As you know, Kylo suffers from unpredictable space-time turbulence. Pirates, desperate for cover, risk navigating it, while Anchor Infinity and the fleet only take the safest routes. The stable patterns of space-time turbulence on the Nova Path become easier to spot when they shift. Still, the Asher ran into a spaceship disaster along that route. This much computational error can only mean one thing. Lana is dealing with an unprecedented shortage of computational power.
You're talking about Carrot's spaceship crash right before arriving in Asperia, right? By then, Hykros should already have been in touch with Kylo. According to Veronica, keeping the communication channel with Hykros running drained a lot of Lana's computing power. By the time the Asher incident occurred, the missing power should have been restored. During my time at Brighton Prison, several inmates died within a few days. Word is, Lana didn't have enough computational power, and the brain interface fried their brains.
Lana's computational power is clearly deteriorating. If this is tied into the recent rumors about the construct of habitable areas, it suggests the project is running into major trouble.
Now that Lana's computational power is hitting these limits, Anchor Infinity will inevitably have trouble keeping strict control over the universe. This seems like an opportunity you can't let slip by.
That's why, after the spaceship disaster, the General immediately assigned me to Kylo's key Zeronium supply site, Or-Zero. My presence ensures operations run much more smoothly. According to the letter, your presence has significantly boosted the General's odds of success. The General has great faith in you, calling you a decisive striker and an indispensable force. Your actions have already destabilized Kylo. Should you refuse to cooperate, the General may see no alternative but to risk everything and authorize Rafa's assassination. Win or lose, the fallout will consume Kylo.
Jeez, that's serious. Also hydrate. One moment, please. Man, the story in this game has really gone quite a ways, hasn't it?
I need a moment to think. I have a nagging feeling that I haven't fully grasped it yet.
Alright, I need to deal with something. You can stay in this room for now.
Attempt to contact Void Piercer. Hey, Nem.
Have you made up your mind about partnering with Veronica?
I've thought this through, and cooperation is essential. Given Rafa's stance toward us, we need to handle him before pursuing anything in Kylo. But before that, we need to ensure Shirley's safety.
You clearly don't trust Veronica.
No, it's because I trust her that I'm wary. Her abilities, ambitions, and strategies are top-notch. But it's people like her who are most likely to make decisions that put others at risk. Veronica's main goal is taking down Anchor Infinity and securing Lana's route access. Against that, how concerned do you really think she is about Shirley?
If push comes to shove, she wouldn't pick Shirley. But try not to worry. I haven't had a moment of rest since arriving. Helix Bio Inc.'s machines are incredibly handy. With them, I've optimized Shirley's human-machine loop, so she can now bypass space-time turbulence interference.
You weren't discovered by Lana, were you?
Ever since you broke free, Lana's computational power has been fading. She can no longer study Shirley, and is left with nothing but a rudimentary brain interface prison.
What's happening with Shirley now?
I used the network to forge a copy of Shirley's consciousness, and slipped it into the brain interface prison, replacing the real Shirley trapped within. I originally intended to bring her here to meet you. However, after learning your plan, she decided to remain in the Helix Bio Inc.'s laboratory, both to assist your efforts and to ensure that the replicated Shirley consciousness would not be detected.
If it weren't for me, Shirley wouldn't have had to endure all of this. Now that she's safe, there's only one thing left to consider.
What's still bothering you?
I've been pondering why Bagus does what he does. Since arriving, I've seen that the universe is full of space-time turbulence, and that the Kylian situation is pretty complicated. It feels almost impossible to track Bagus down on my own. I know he needs my portion of the source code, so I'm going to deliberately surface and try to flesh him out.
He's not just hiding. He's vanished. I've tried to trace Bagus while staying under Lana's radar, but there's no sign of him. He doesn't seem interested in your half of the source code at all. He's actively avoiding you. Is he really hiding? Maybe he's scared you'll claim his half.
I feel the same way. But why? I thought he wanted my half of the source code to open the hyperspace gate and welcome the master he spoke of.
Who is this master character? Surely it's not talking about Doctor Who.
He's in Kylo. How is he supposed to open the hyperspace gate? There's no Tower of Fantasy or Gestos, and he only holds half the source code.
Could it be here? Thanks to the Ore Zero samples from Shirley, Hykros has already demonstrated that Zeronium and Omnium are one and the same. So Kylo has always had what it takes to build the Tower of Fantasy. And Gestos? Can't Lana handle that instead?
You think too little of Gestos. No, of me. I'm an evolved, dimensional quantum supercomputer powered by Omnium itself. Lana and I aren't in the same league. Even if Kylo had an Omnium reactor, she still couldn't start Origin Resonance, much less open a hyperspace gate. If she were a dimensional quantum supercomputer, I couldn't have appeared here like this, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to help you escape.
Let's think about it from Bagus's perspective. If he wants to get the hyperspace gate running, the Zeronium device in Kylo could be adapted into an Omnium reactor. The dimensional quantum supercomputer he's missing? It's going to have to be Lana in the end. Lana's been short on computing power for a while now. Every Kylian we talked to said it's not normal, and it's been this way since Carrot's spaceship disaster.
So you think Bagus has been quietly upgrading Lana ever since he came back to Kylo with the source code?
Some of the servants he commands inside the network are scientists studying Omnium technology. According to Grey Fox, outsiders see it as a relic perfectly frozen in time. Bagus must have had multiple objectives in entering the network. In addition to acquiring the source code of the perfect authorizer, he may also have obtained the technical documentation from Gestos' past upgrades.
The closer you get, the more nervous he becomes, racing to finish Lana's upgrade. The prison's brain interface is already surging with extra power.
If these threads are really connected, then Bagus isn't simply a Kylian who linked into the network through a brain interface. He must have strong connections to Rafa and Anchor Infinity as well. Could it really be Aglaia?
Are you really asking me? Or just yourself?
After everything in Kylo, it's hard to think it's really her. But if it's not, then who's Bagus, and what's his deal with Rafa?
Nanto risked exposing himself to cooperate with you, precisely because Rafa threatened Bagus's life. To Nanto, the name Bagus is nothing more than Aglaia's code name. According to the latest intelligence, Rafa has lined up someone to take Bagus's place and grab Lana, so we believe there is a 78% probability that he intends to harm Aglaia.
Then the Bagus we've been looking for has always been Rafa's subordinate? Aglaia frozen in those pods. Was this Rafa's plan all along?
That also explains why you were imprisoned. Once you become a prisoner in Brighton Prison, they use brain interface to pull data straight from your mind. Without me, your source code would have been gone long ago.
So what made you think they would go after Shirley?
To them, Shirley is a complete technical dossier on the Angel of Clemency. It's only natural that Helix Bio Inc. would want to study her.
If our suspicions are correct, Rafa and Bagus are in cahoots and have been preparing everything, waiting for Lana to complete her upgrade. Once that's finished,
then they'd end up with half the source code, an Omnium reactor, and a dimensional quantum supercomputer.
That's why he's been stalling and evading us. He's closing the power gap between us. Once Lana completes her upgrade, their focus will shift entirely to me. We need to team up with Veronica and get this plan moving as fast as we can. The sooner, the better. If we can gain Lana's root access, we'll be able to access all of Kylo's data and finally answer all our questions.
Okay, back at the Hope Fleet headquarters. Where are these things again? Oh, password chests. Do I have any codes? Oh, I got a bunch. I think I have like a million keys. Three in one building? May as well. Oh. Man, this is really getting intriguing. All these plots and plans and everything. Telling you, our girl here should have punched his face in during that fight. It's like Thanos said, should have aimed for the head. Alrighty. Oh man, do I want to keep going or do I want to save this for like another time? I think I'm gonna save this for another time. I don't wanna like rush this. Oh, that was fun. Man, I've forgotten to... I like do the dailies and stuff every day, but yeah, I kind of forgotten like how good how much better the story has gotten. Like the story has definitely improved. I feel like Asperia was kind of the weak point in the story. And then Vera came around. I really like that one. That might have been my favorite. Domain 9 was nice. Have a good rest of my Sunday and week. Thanks. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Hope y'all had fun. I know I did. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thank you to anyone watching the VOD. And thank you, as always, to lovely fortune tellers watching this before I stream. Okay, let's go say hi to Chica, who's playing Monster Hunter Stories. Okay, doke. Get that raid ready. Alright. But yeah, thanks once again, everyone, for stopping by. Remember to hydrate, rest up, eat tasty things, all of that good jazz, and, peace.